Businesses based in the U.S. already going to court to challenge Trump tariffs announced yesterday on goods from 60 countries.
This is all about forced labor in other countries. Now, the senior administration officials are telling us that this is not a replacement for the Section 122 tariffs that expired at 12:01 Eastern time this morning. But the fact is that these new tariffs started the same moment that those emergency tariffs ended by law this morning. Now, this is low-hanging fruit for the Trump administration because multiple administrations have long tracked the use of forced labor in countries across the globe. It's well documented.
Fox Business's Edward Lawrence at the White House. The lawsuit argues the new tariffs exceed the president's authority and require more detailed country-specific findings about forced labor to be legally justified. The administration has been pivoting to different statutes for tariffs after the U.S. Supreme Court struck down the use of an Emergency Powers Act. President Trump is set to make an Oval Office announcement about American nuclear innovation, reportedly as part of a push to expand domestic energy production. So far, he has not announced any strategy change in Iran.
U.S. forces continue to grind away night after night, attacking Iranian military positions inside of Iran. Last night, the 13th night in a row, President Trump spoke to Axios, warned about a potential massive invasion of Iran. But he did say he hadn't reached that decision yet.
Fox's Steve Harrigan in Tel Aviv. Iran ramping up its counter threats, warning people to stay away from U.S. bases in the region as it keeps attacking Gulf neighbors. A teenager charged in a deadly mass shooting at his Georgia high school in 2024 changes his plea to guilty. Colt Gray was 14 when he killed 2 students and 2 teachers, wounding others. His father was convicted on charges including murder for giving him the gun. America is listening to Fox News.
When it comes to supplements, 2 things matter most. A, that it works, and that you can trust it. Rather than just tell you about Relief Factor, we'll let our audience do that. We hear from people every single day whose lives have changed, and I want you to hear a few of their stories. Doug took Relief Factor for nearly a year before convincing his wife, a special needs teacher, to try it. She had been using assistance just to move through the long hallways at school. Now she's back on her feet every day and never had to leave the job that she loves. I remember when buttoning my shirt was almost impossible, but Relief Factor changed how I'm able to do it and the simple things again. And they make it really easy now for you to find out if you can be the next person that's telling us about Relief Factor and how it gave you your life back. 3 weeks, $17.76. Try it. ReliefFactor.com, 800-4RELIEF. You'll connect with their friendly local team, and they'll do everything they can to help. We hope you soon will be sharing your story with us as well. ReliefFactor.com.
Look out. It's Letter Rip Friday. We almost, he's back. The picture's complete, my friends. Letter Rip Friday, 106.3, the Farm of Atlanta. It's only me. It's only the cover with Pete Davis in the mouth. He's got the underwater wonder world of Claude Justeau behind him there. It's a fantasy world of the bubbling world. And the mechanical mangler Flounder, the controls in Friday. Yeah, doggies. How's it going, boys? Another beautiful day in the neighborhood. Well, rainy, okay, off and on. It's all good.
A little thunder up there.
Well, did you hear thunder?
I didn't. Oh, there's a bunch of thunder earlier.
Yeah. Well, it was pouring when I had to leave the house to do stuff. I get my carrots for tomorrow's stable visit because like being Friday. Now tomorrow, I'll be going to the stable to say Saturday. Go play with the horses and stable kitty cats. Anyway, in fact, I just checked the forecast. Right now it's just cloudy here at the Battery, but it's been raining all, it was pouring earlier. It's been raining off and on. And they say flood watch pretty much all night. So and much of the night, we'll see. Anyway, so be careful and watch for flooding and puddles and stuff and, things like that. Yeah.
Well, last week, do you see 78 in DeKalb County? It was like a lake.
Yeah, it was
never
underwater.
Seen it that way.
Yeah.
Never seen it that way.
Yeah.
There were parts of 285 that were underwater.
And in fact, a silly little place here, leaving the Battery, let's see, I go under, I don't know what that street is, but going down that first street when I leave the parking lot, when it's raining a lot, that floods too.
Yeah, it floods, where the buses
Have you ever had
at the bottom there.
Yeah. You go through there, and if you're next to somebody, whoosh, I mean,
I've seen a couple people because you know how there's that walkway right there all the way down to the stoplight.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple people get hit with water.
Oh, it's pretty. Yeah, it's pretty.
You did it. Admit it.
No.
Oh, mercy.
Wanted
Anyway,
to.
so in honor of that, in fact, because it's been so gloomy, I've got a couple of I dripped into the old. I know I can't talk. I dropped into the old Kimmer joke file here, and I got.
We're so lucky today.
Yeah, we're good. Well, you know, we got Flounders Funnies. We got Pete's got a game. We got a game. And we got Pete's tweet. We got somebody's tweets. We got tweets. And also Holy Crap of Sports, stuff like that. But I will entertain you occasionally with a little quip just to bring the light of happiness into the otherwise miserable world of all of us little people. For example, with apologies to Karnak the Magnificent, oh great one, the answer is Christian Bale. Christian Bale. And the question, what do you call it when Batman skips church? See, Christian Bale. See, he was a Christian would be bailing church, and the actor's name, see, was, well, like I say, you know, anyway, I can't repeat.
Friday.
Thank God.
All weekend to get over
crap.
that.
And we got rain coming, so I guess I have to freaking clean the place and throw more crap out. I've been throwing stuff out because, but I want to go hit freaking balls and ride my chopper. That's it. You know, play with the horses and the kitties at the stable and then hit a bucket of balls for 40 minutes and ride my chopper for an hour. That's all I ever, that's it. You know, so let's have a little some kind of clearness there, Mother Nature. Maybe come down there. Anyway. So, Pete Davis, plans for the weekend? Anything happening? Is this a sports weekend of any kind or nothing special or what?
Well, it looks like there's a trip to Chattanooga.
Oh, boy.
In store.
Now, what's the...
Chattanooga's a fun town to go to.
Now, what do you do? Now, this seems to be a frequent thing. Is there like something special in Chattanooga? It sounds like you go there quite a bit, or up north there, I think, probably.
I haven't been to Chattanooga in 20-some years.
Oh, okay. I thought it seems to me that every time I talk to you, you're going north and you came back from, Louisville or something. I don't know. Whatever.
No, it's
what's in Chattanooga?
It's 1 year since we started dating or she first attacked me.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Yeah, never.
Okay.
I got you. Okay, I remember those days.
Good for you, Pete.
Outstanding. I couldn't be happier. Seriously. Actually.
But you know what?
Yeah.
I grew up in Atlanta. I have never been to Ruby Falls or Rock City or Lookout Mountain.
Oh, my God.
I've never been to any of those places.
I don't think I've been to Lookout Mountain.
I've been to both. That's a lot of fun. Lookout Mountain and Rock City. It's a good kind of day of...
Yeah, I'll bet. That'll be fun.
But the other fun thing to do is to walk around downtown Chattanooga. There's a bunch of cool little shops and bars and restaurants and stuff like that. There's a minor league team there, too, as well.
Yeah.
Moon Pies from there. Moon Pies. And didn't Crystal start there?
Oh, wow. I don't know.
It's been a minute since I've had a Crystal burger.
God, I haven't had a Crystal in decades.
Chili cheese pup, baby.
I haven't even seen a Crystal
There's
restaurant.
one right off Howell Mill where I used to live. And when I was in West Midtown, there's one right there.
Remember, there was one right there at the end of Far Road, and I'd go by there 3 or 4 in the morning and pick up, and that drive-through had some interesting sights at 3 in the morning.
Yes, I'm sure of that.
I was in line once. I was the second one to the window, and I look back. There's a car behind me with a man and a woman. And I look back again, I just see the man.
Just see the guy, yeah. Well,
and I look up, and the Crystal guy is leaning out the window.
He's like checking it out. Well, he's got a security camera. He wants to make sure he gets it on tape. It's like the old photo match. Anyway, and Flounder and Mrs. Flounder, lovely Veronica, you have any plans?
I think we're taking my aunt tomorrow morning to Wayfair. You know how you can order things online through the website Wayfair?
I've heard of Wayfair. I don't know anything about it.
There's actually one now down in West Midtown, right off Howell Mill Road, actually.
So you order, and then you go pick it up? Is that the deal?
It's like kind of like an IKEA. You can go there and look and buy stuff. And like a lot of people order stuff online from there.
Like
furniture, all kinds of stuff.
Do you have to figure out how to put it together like the IKEA thing?
We'll see. My brother will be helping in that department.
Oh, there you go. Well, that sounds like an outing.
That'll be tomorrow morning, probably through lunchtime. And then,
there you go.
And then Probably just hang around the neighborhood and hit the pool.
Do
if
you
it's
guys
not
go
raining.
out? Did you go eat or?
Yeah, all the time. We go to we like to hang around downtown Roswell pretty much. So, and there's a couple new restaurants right where we are in the Mill area.
Oh, excellent. Well, that'll be fun. All right, anyway, our number is 404-741-1230, 741-1230. We have Neal Boortz at 4 o'clock. From Points Unknown, somewhere up in the Rockies, I believe still. I'm sure he'll be there for a while. 404-741-1230. In fact, if you'd like to ask Neal Boortz a question, get on the line at 4 o'clock, and I'm sure he'll be happy to talk to you. I mean, it's not that we can't do that. We can do whatever we want. Anyway, so let's see. We got stories. Oh, by the way, Flounder, how's that cookie? I think these are the best cookies
Delicious.
I've ever made.
The one you made yesterday with the sugar, kind of blending them all in there.
Well, that's
very
what I did
good.
today,
yeah,
too. Did you have
very
today's?
good. Yeah, I just had it. It's delicious.
And what I've done, I've combined, the sugar cookies that I get at the store. I come in those little teeny squares.
He's crossing the streams, is what he's doing.
Yeah, I am. And I'm adding a little sugar cookie to whether it's chocolate chip or peanut butter chocolate chip or plain peanut butter, and I add that, and oh boy, does it just sweeten everything up. And anyway, if I do say so myself. By the way, I had a funny experience last 2 nights in a row, Wednesday and Thursday. After our outing at Shuckin' Shack on Wednesday, there was a concert, and I live near the amphitheater there where they have a concert. And so I was, a little nervous about getting home with the traffic stop. I've talked about it before. But it's not a big deal. It's just, annoying when you can't make the last 60 yards, In fact, I swear to God, there's one like little teeny stop thing, and then there's the road I have to cross to get into my parking lot of the condo or the townhouse, and it's literally like 30 yards. And I swear I come so close once after waiting because of traffic, and then there's a little bit of a block, and then somebody turns in, and I'm literally almost get out of my car and play traffic cop and just hold my hands up in the middle of the road to say, please let me just go with 20 yards. It's 20 yards. Anyway, so but the funny, I'm being silly about that. But I take a certain route to get to where my places that I rent, and almost every time for the last 2 years that there's been a concert, about the same time I go home, right where the concert people are getting in there, there's a police officer, and he yells out, "Hey, Kimmer," because he recognizes my car. And by God, it's true. In the middle of everything, and I go very slowly over that one part where you could actually move, 10 miles an hour until I get down to the ending of where the street ends. And that's where one of the entrances is for the ticket holders. And this officer is there all the time, and he yells, "Hey, Kimmer." And then the last 2 nights, I'm not making this up. Last night, Thursday night, was Leonard Skinner, and the night before was somebody I don't know. And both nights, as I'm driving up toward that area at the gate entrance where I know he's going to be, he stands at attention and saluted. And I couldn't believe it, and I bounced around. I saluted back and bonked the horn and stuff. And I mean, what a cool thing! I mean, it was really cool. And last 2 nights, Wednesday night and Thursday night, with a police officer recognizing, and just what a nice thing. Anyway, it made me feel good. All right, Kimmer Flounder. Oh, a couple. I've got some good news stories, which I'll get in a second, and the latest on John Bon Jovi. He's alive. The man's alive. He may not be doing a lot of concerts for a while, but we'll talk to you coming up. Kimmer Flounder, Let It Rip Friday at your show. What do you think? Neal Boortz at 4 o'clock on 106.3. Rainy or not, we're here till 6.
The Kimmer Show is live until 6 p.m. and Extra 106.3 has the rest of your night covered with Jesse Kelly up next. Fox Across America with Jimmy Fela at 9 p.m. and The Guy Benson Show at midnight. All live on Extra 106.3 and the Extra app.
Well, you may not need sprinklers after the rain today if you're putting in somebody's backyard, but if you're looking for wholesale landscaping supplies, Stovall & Company, your third-generation firm, they have their 11th location up there in Canton. They've been doing this for like 75 years, and they've got the seeds and plants and flowers and shrubs and trees. You always see the blooming things. And it's just acres and acres, and there's so many locations. And sprinkler systems, and help you put in a fireplace or a kitchen by the pool, stuff like that. And if you need something really special, the builders and contractors, and no one else knows where to get it. If Stovall knows, they'll tell you. StovallInc.com.
Hey, it's Drake Baldwin. Everyone knows my winning team on the field, but when there's no hot water, I need a win at my home base. When it comes to plumbing, my winning team is Superior. Superior Plumbing is there whenever I need a leak repaired, toilet replaced, or a water heater installed. For over 40 years, they've been Atlanta's go-to plumbers. And Superior is still locally owned. For Superior, there's no job too small.
For Superior, the honest one, call 770-422-PLUM.
Here today with Evan Ward of Atlas Retirement. And Evan, I recently read an article that said 65% of those surveyed, they're more worried about running out of money in retirement than they are of death itself. So let's talk about some of the ways you can help our listeners replace that paycheck they've relied on for all these years in their working lives.
Well, it makes sense that they'd be scared of that, because what do you do if you run out of money in retirement? You're going to go back to work? Who's hiring folks that are retired, and physically and mentally, you're going to be able to do that? And isn't the whole point of having a financial advisor so that you never have to worry about that again? So one of the ways that we do that is we build a fully comprehensive income plan so that we know there's money coming in every month that'll cover your bills, give you the quality of life that you're looking for, no matter what the market's doing, no matter how long you live. In some cases, regardless of what happens to you health-wise. So we can put plans in place to eliminate or at least mitigate all of those kind of risks every single person deals with in retirement.
I know a lot of our parents relied on pensions, but let's be honest, Evan, the pension is becoming a thing of the past. But there are ways for folks to create their own personal pensions, aren't there?
Yeah, so I'm a big proponent of do-it-yourself pension. But when we do the pension ourselves, the one negative with a pension is all the value in the pension goes away once you turn on the actual income. With the plans that we build, with the do-it-yourself pensions, you maintain that asset, or more specifically, your surviving spouse, your kids. And so you live forever. You get a ton of paychecks, and whatever's left over goes to the wife and kids, surviving spouse, beneficiaries, whoever that might be.
Call Atlas Retirement for a complimentary review of your savings and investments today. Call 678-736-7799. Again, that's 678-736-7799. Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor.
America, Chuck, yeah. Chuck and Shack Oyster Bar is celebrating the red, white, and blues all summer long with our America 250 summer menu. We're talking Cyclone char-grilled oysters, Route 66 smash burgers, crab meat boardwalk fries, and USA-inspired cocktails. Raise a glass and cheers to 250 years of the US of A at Chuck and Shack Oyster Bar. Locally owned in downtown Alpharetta and Cumming, across from the collection. Find your location and details at theshuckandshack.com.
Hey, this is Lowe's with Terry from Alpharetta, who just purchased a new car with the Honest Car Guy, the new, fully transparent, honest way to buy your next vehicle. Terry, tell us about your experience.
I have a son serving in the military. He's active duty with limited time to look for a car. My son was looking for a used Hyundai Veloster, and I had heard about the Honest Car Guy on the radio, decided that that might be a route to go, and we made a phone call over the weekend. He screen shared the information with us. We looked over the vehicle, and he took the reins from there, and they were able to walk us through the process of buying the car. We're very clear and transparent, and next thing we knew, we had a car in the driveway.
Friends, if you're in the market for a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, get an honest car buy from the Honest Car Guy. You pay what we pay, plus an honest fee, and we back that up by giving you the bill of sale. That's our transparency guarantee. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME, the number 1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
When cell coverage goes down, how are you going to reach your family? Get the ultimate emergency walkie-talkies from Rapid Radios with instant push-to-talk communication coast to coast using nationwide LTE networks. And best of all, no monthly fees, no subscriptions, ever. Now at rapidradios.com/bundle. The more you buy, the more you save. Buy 2 radios, get 1 free. Every bundle includes a full year of service and free shipping. Secure your communications today. Visit rapidradios.com/bundle. Rapid Radios. Communication redefined.
Look out. Keeping it crunk, baby. What it is, Holmes. 50 Cent in the news. 50 Cent suing Taco Bell, baby. 2008. This was the day. 50 Cent said, nuh-uh. Held to the no. Taco Bell tried to do a campaign saying 50 Cent ought to change his name to 79 cent or 89 cent or 99 cent. You know, it's an advertising campaign for Taco Bell saying, why pay more? See, if you had 59 cent, it would be 79 cent, you would pay more. Anyway, so 50 sued him because they were promoting everything they had for under $1. It was kind of cute, and 50... I guess he had a problem with it. I don't know. I guess they gave him 40 cents. I'm not sure. Hold everything. Kevin Pete and Flounder, Neal Boortz at 4. We got phone calls taking priority. First, Martin, you're on the radio. Happy Friday. Let it rip. Martin, how you doing?
Yo, Kim, a quick fact that Crystal's right west of 400 on Holcomb Bridge. You know what I'm talking about?
What'd you say?
If you're going home on 400 and you get off at Holcomb Bridge and take a left, there's a Crystal.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's there anymore, though.
Crystal. Oh, at Holcomb Bridge. I did not know that. I used to go there. Well, I don't take 400 anymore. That's probably why I haven't noticed
it's across from the Dead Lobster. Anyhow. What?
I don't know. I didn't say anything.
Yeah. Anyhow, that location, as bad as it is.
Yeah.
We do about $1 million a year.
I'll bet. You know, that's a busy place.
Well, Pete, you go into Chattanooga, check out the Boathouse Restaurant. I promise you'll like it. It's pretty reasonable price also, but it's on the river, the vista, all that. It's really good, and the food is real good.
You know, I love restaurants on the river. You know, every restaurant I've ever been to on the river, I think it's been a great. I don't think I've ever had a bad meal at a restaurant on a river or a lake. Or
Even a restaurant down by the river.
There you go.
Oh, there you go. Anyhow, so there's one other one, the Renaissance. If you like coffee and insanely big dessert-related items, cookies, cakes, whatever, you know.
What was the name of that one again? Renaissance?
Renaissance, yeah.
Excellent. Well, you're very kind, Martin. Thanks, man.
Yeah, check out those. You'll enjoy it. And Kim, you're just stuck at home.
It's just me. No, really, because pretty much I do whatever hell I want. I might stay up late. I might have extra. Make some extra cookies. I've been. I got it all, baby. Yeah.
The lady.
I know. I got nothing. Well, it's going to be Asian cheerleader night from the Kimmer Fan Club division on Saturday, so we'll see. Martin, thanks, man. 322. Hold on. We have Mark still, do we?
No, we have Mark.
I'm sorry.
Mark.
Yeah, Kimmer, I'm
Mark.
still here. I'm watching the storm off my balcony here up near up in Alpharetta, and it is rolling through. It is absolutely incredible with the lightning and the thunder.
Really?
I just want to give a big shout-out to Rick Jackson for making that pledge to personally contribute additional $500 to the Trump accounts. That says so much about him. I mean, I really am supporting him, and I hope he wins for the sake of Georgia and for the sake of this country.
He has to. There's no possible way that we can have that girl be, holy smokes.
That would be a disaster.
Oh, my God. The Gangland Mall, she let Atlanta burn because she didn't want to upset the brothers. Let the gang take... I'm serious. She let the gang take over Wendy's. Too bad that little girl got killed, I guess she doesn't take responsibility for that at all, huh? Jesus. And by the way...
Step up and take responsibility.
Oh, my God. Has Burt Jones come out and said he's going to finally, do the right thing and urge everybody to vote Republican, period, no matter who it is? Vote Republican. That's how we win.
I haven't heard that yet, but hopefully Rick Jackson will take the helm and keep this state and country headed in the right direction. Because right now it's not.
I know. Mark, thanks, man. Appreciate it. And again, this is our country. I mean, oh man. And in fact, we're going to talk a little bit here, and again, it's Let It Rip Friday, and we're going to get political and talk about that. The commie in New York and how that's spreading, and even Carville, for God, that rubber-faced disgrace, insurrectionist, Trump hater. Anyway, you'll hear from him. We got all kinds of stuff here today. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. By the way, this is Amelia Earhart today, officially, for her advocacy for pioneering flights and women in aviation and her enduring spirit of adventure, including trying to circumnavigate the globe in 1937. And she crashed somewhere, disappeared, and they've had a lot of different theories, whether the cannibals ate her or she's in the river somewhere. Didn't they find part of her plane or something in New Guinea, or I don't know?
They keep thinking they do, and then,
I don't know. Anyway, Amelia Earhart Day. So, God bless her. She was a pioneer. Let's see. Let's do a quick birthday here. I got a whole bunch of them here today, too. Sarah Steele. I didn't recognize the name, but I looked her up. Sarah Steele is 38 years old. Sarah Steele played Marissa Gold, the daughter of that attorney named Gold on... I hate when I do this. Oh, God. I keep thinking West Wing. From, oh, God, I hate
What's
this.
the name again?
The attorney named Gold, about the girl lawyer, the black-haired girl lawyer, and her, Mr. Big was a state attorney.
Was it the lawyer's wife?
Good wife. Sarah, I hate me. Sarah Steele is 38. She played the daughter named Marissa Gold on the show The Good Wife, and Gold was the guy who now is hosting some kind of A&E crime show. I think it's on A&E or History Channel, one of them, and his name is Alan Cumming. And he's now doing an A&I show. I know you've seen him. Yeah.
He was Nightcrawler in the X-Men. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I didn't see that, but I know that. And anyway, Sarah Steele played his daughter, 38 years old today. Sorry, I don't know why that took so long.
He has a game show where they I don't know if they're celebrities, but they try and outwit each other at some mansion somewhere. It's yes.
Oh, really? Okay, that doesn't sound like a thing there for the camera. Anyway, again, Neal Boortz at 4 o'clock. On this day in history, a quick thing in the movies. Director Steven Spielberg released the movie Saving Private Ryan on this day in 1998. God, is it that old? 1998. Saving Private Ryan, the invasion in Normandy, World War II, loosely based on a true story. A lot of applause for the realistic and gruesome portrayal of the war, starring Tom Hanks, Tom Sizemore, Edward Burns, Barry Pepper, Vin Diesel. Private Ryan was portrayed by Matt Damon. And you recall at the end where he's in the cemetery and it says, I hope I was worth it, or whatever thing. Whatever. It won a whole bunch of awards, Best Director. I will never watch it again. I watched it. I saw it. But I wouldn't watch it again. It's too
a hard
much.
Movie.
Yeah.
It is.
I mean, I saw Platoon with my girlfriend back long thing, and that was I'm glad I saw it with her, and that was a different whole thing. Anyway, whatever. All right, Kevin P. and Flounder, how you doing? 327-404-741-1230, 741-1230. You know what the lead story is on the New York Post website I got in front on my thing here? Tony Romo arrested in Wisconsin.
What?
Yeah. DUI.
Yeah, I just sent that to you guys, I think.
Oh, did you? I'm looking at it.
I may have accidentally sent it to Pete for sports. But
yeah, I didn't get it. I didn't know. I just popped up, but he's got his mug shot. Nice big smile on his face. A DUI, apparently. I haven't opened the story. I just see the headline. Anyway, and speaking of entertainers and celebrities, John Bon Jovi at Madison Square Garden last night had to stop the show. He was singing his 1986 hit "Living on a Prayer," and he said he stopped. He couldn't get through the set. He said, "I'm sorry, I'm hurt, and you're not getting the best of me. Don't throw away your ticket stubs. I'm going to figure something out, okay? Just hold on to it. We'll figure out how to reschedule." And he walked off the stage.
Who has stubs anymore?
He said, yeah, I know. He said, I'm going to have to cool it for the night. I feel great. But then off he went. He's had a sinus infection. And people are, supporting him. I hope he broke his heart to leave early, and ours too. Was still blown away. He was in the middle of the show. So anyway, he had earlier said when he had surgery for vocal cord issues 4 years ago, and a year ago or so, he said to reporters, if he can't sing at the level he's accustomed to, he's going to quit. And recently he told People magazine he's been fully recovered. Anyway, John Bon Jovi could not finish the performance and he had to leave, so we'll see.
If only Tony Bennett had that mindset.
He was a very famous...
like at age 20.
I left my heart. Tony Bennett, hey, Tony. Oh, God, man. By the way, did you see the video of Spider-Man? I love nice, cool stories. There's a video going around. You really should look it up. A guy in Arkansas, Jonesboro, Arkansas, a man in a wheelchair was trying to get, there's a surveillance video camera showing this, a man in a wheelchair, and he was trying to get across 6 lanes of traffic. A huge, inner city, lots of lanes coming up to the stoplight, and he's trying to wheel himself across 6 lanes of traffic and figuring what the hell he's going to do. A guy named Christopher Hellenthal saw what was happening, stopped his Jeep, and raced in to push the guy through the intersection in front of all those cars. And the point of the story is that Christopher Hellenthal had just come from a superhero-themed event at the trampoline park where he works, dressed as Spider-Man. So Spider-Man on video is wheeling this guy in a wheelchair through 6 lanes of traffic.
Spins a web inside.
He said I had a bunch of adrenaline pumping through me. I tell you, I was thinking, oh my God, it's going to be pretty funny wearing the suit. And then he bolted back into because he was blocking traffic. He just stopped to get the guy through. And one guy said, you missed a great opportunity to do the Spidey pose. He should have done like the Spidey thing with the finger, whatever, Anyway, so there's video of Spider-Man helping the guy across this huge intersection. Pretty funny.
In a related story.
Yes.
There's a city in Arkansas that has 6 lanes.
And I know a lot of cars. There were cars.
Okay. I'm telling you right now, I spent a lot of time in Arkansas.
Yeah,
I never saw any street outside of Little Rock with 6 lanes.
I'm trying to think if I've ever even...
6 lanes?
Yeah, 6 lanes, yeah. You can see the video.
Must have been 3 on each side. 3 on each side.
No, I think I remember as I was looking at it, they were all... In fact,
going
that
the
doesn't
same
make
way?
sense. I think so.
It makes 0 sense.
I know. I'm
Jonesboro,
I remember
Arkansas.
I saw the video before, and now I don't know. Well, we have to look it. I'll have to look up during the break.
It's a college town, but come on.
I know. I don't know if I've ever actually driven through Arkansas. Of
Really?
all the states, I've not been in Alaska, but I've been, I think, in every other state. I don't remember driving through Arkansas for any time.
Hot Springs, Little Rock, north into the Ozarks is beautiful. South Arkansas is rice fields and duck hunting.
I'll be darned. All right, well, hey, it's Let It Rip Friday. How's it going? Neal Boortz at 4 o'clock. Kevin, Pete, and Flounder. Let It Rip. There we go. Stand by.
Hey, it's Front Office Lowe's for Howard Brothers and Ventrac. Some projects need more than a mower. They need Ventrac. From mowing steep slopes to clearing brush, edging, blowing, trenching, you name it, Ventrac's built to power through it all. With over 30 changeable attachments, Ventrac gives you the flexibility to adapt to the work, letting you take on jobs that ordinary equipment can't. See what Ventrac can do for your projects. Call Howard Brothers or visit howardbrothers.com and schedule your demo today.
It's Toyota's Big One sales event at Marietta Toyota now through August 3rd. And if you commute every day, the 2026 Toyota Camry may be the one to see first. It's now all hybrid with up to 53 miles per gallon city, an easy way to cut fuel stops without giving up comfort. And with 50 Camrys in stock, Marietta Toyota has the selection to help you find the trim and color you actually want. Every new Toyota includes our nationwide lifetime powertrain warranty, limited time, and unlimited mileage for as long as you own it. And we've been voted Best of Cobb for 2026, Best New Car Dealership, and Best Service Center. For well-qualified buyers, special financing is available on the new 2026 Camry Hybrid. As low as 4.99% APR for 48 months through August 3rd. Visit us on Cobb Parkway South, just north of Truist Stadium. Marietta Toyota, since 1975. We've been here and will be here for you.
4.99% APR for 48 months with approved credit through Southeast Toyota Finance. Not all buyers qualify. Offer ends 8/3/2026. See dealer for details. All prices exclude tax, tag, and title, and include $699 dock fee and $257 electronic tag fee.
I'm so sick of all these cheesy lawyer billboards. You might be too. If you're injured in a car crash, you don't hire a lawyer because they're sweet or strong or the biggest. You hire a lawyer who's recognized by their peers as one of the top lawyers in the state. You hire a lawyer who's going to listen to you, fight for you, and has the case results to prove it. That lawyer is me, Bruce Hagan, the people's lawyer. I've been proudly selected by my fellow lawyers as one of the top 100 lawyers in the state, and for 21 consecutive years as Georgia's super lawyer. Hagan-law.com, Hagan-law.com.
The walk-off home run, the buzzer beater, the photo finish. That feeling when everything lines up and you get what you need just when you need it. It feels unbelievable in sports, but when it comes to your finances, it makes you feel unstoppable. Visit Truist.com today to see how having the tools you need and a great team by your side can help you take your game to the next level. Truist Bank, member FDIC.
Time to shut the door on your old, creaky, ugly garage door. I'm Dan Watkins, local owner of All Four Seasons Garage, Entry Doors, and Windows. Don't get ripped off by national companies with outrageous prices and gimmicky jingles, pretending they've been in Atlanta since day one. Here's what's really important. High-quality work, exceptional customer service, and fair, honest pricing. When trust matters, trust us. All the number 4 Seasons Garages.com.
The Braves are honoring legend Andrew Jones's induction into the National Baseball Hall of Fame with a special celebration at Truist Park on July 30th. Make sure to arrive early to the game for his bobblehead giveaway presented by Curacao. Feel it for yourself. Then head inside the ballpark to take pictures with his Hall of Fame plaque and watch the on-field presentation recognizing his iconic career. Visit Braves.com/promos to purchase your tickets. Atlanta Braves Baseball. We are Braves country.
All right, I'll say what you're thinking. Christmas in July? Yeah, it doesn't make sense, but neither does this. Because this isn't a clearance rack. It's our Solomon Brothers collection. Diamond essentials, tennis bracelets, earrings, everyday pieces done the right way. And for a limited time, all of it 31% off. So don't analyze it, don't wait, just come in. Solomon Brothers Christmas in July sale, 31% off everything.
All right, look out. Kimmer Pete and Flounder. Phil Collins, 19 and 99, got married for the 3rd time. He was 48, and he wed a marketing consultant named Orion in Switzerland. Elton John, Eric Clapton, and Mark Knopfler were among the guests. Phil Collins. Kimmer Pete and Flounder, hold everything. Donald Trump is live at the White House taking reporters' questions. Let's slip up there real quick there for a second.
So we'll have to talk to them about that.
Thank you, sir. Follow up on Iran. Have you made a decision about the major strikes that you were referring to? Okay. Should we expect to see major strikes?
Look, we're talking to them right now. I think they're getting more and more serious as the days go by, for maybe the obvious reason. But we are talking to them right now. Look, there are 2 ways. I consider that the smarter way, but the other is probably the easier way, doing what we're doing. And we can take that to a much higher level if we want to. You know, we're prepared to do that. As you know, we're locked and loaded. We're locked and loaded and ready to go, but we're talking to them. So I think while we're talking, we'll see what comes of it.
And when you say, just
I believe, Jeff, they're very serious. Okay. They should be.
And when you say that you're talking, is it Mr. Kushner or Mr. Witkoff, or who's involved in those talks?
Sort of everybody. JD and Marco and a lot of people are talking. A lot of people to talk to. It's a big deal. But really, when you get right down to it, it's not very complex. They cannot have a nuclear weapon. You know, very, very simple actually. But it's a big deal. They cannot have a nuclear weapon. If they have even a thought of a nuclear weapon, we will just continue to go at much higher levels. But we are talking right now, and we'll see what comes of it. I'm not, you know, despite what everyone says about the election, I'm not in a hurry. I'm not in a hurry. We have to do it right. Elections take care of themselves. When when I went into Venezuela, everybody was against it. Oh, what are you doing going into Venezuela? And then 2 days later, they said, "Wow, that's fantastic." A lot of people are saying that with Iran already, because it would take them 25 years to rebuild already from what they have. And again, as you know, no Navy, no Air Force, no anti-aircraft, no radar, no nothing. And we, as you know, we just reinstituted I guess you could, I call it the iron wall on the water. Nothing gets through. Nothing. Blockade. Nothing gets through. And they sort of have to make a deal. But we are talking to them. I think they're being serious. I think they are being by far the most serious that we've seen them. But that doesn't mean we get there. We'll see what happens. But I always prefer that alternative.
Mr. President, I have an energy question. So, Burgum, you might be able to help with this. So you have criticized windmills for quite a long time. They're very ugly. They tend to use more energy than they actually produce.
That's true.
A lot of people
You've done your homework.
A lot of people in
she's
middle
trying to be all
America, they
cutie
are
cute.
so tired of seeing them continue to go up
She's
on
pretty. I
farmland
wonder
and
who
stuff
that
like
is.
that. Is there any way to, is our federal government still funding in any way, putting these up?
We have, I can speak for Doug, and then I'm going to let Doug speak because he knows
And
the
is
subject.
nuclear
I do
better?
know that subject well. We have not approved anything having to do with windmills. They are horrible. They are unsightly. They ruin housing values of people. If you're looking at a windmill or hearing a windmill because they're noisy, they kill all the birds. They kill all the eagles. If you shoot an eagle, you go to jail for 2 years. If you kill an eagle with a windmill, you don't go to jail. And they have hundreds of them laying on the ground. It's terrible. And they're very expensive energy. And they're all made in China, but China has very few windmills. They're made in China, but China doesn't use them for the most part. China actually uses coal, oil and gas. They use nuclear, by the way. They're getting very big in nuclear, I want to tell you, this little group. But they don't use wind. Wind is inconsistent. It's unattractive. It's very expensive. It's probably the most expensive form of energy. So I've been talking about it. We essentially, unless there's a trick reason, we will have hopefully no wind farms approved. We're doing more than anybody ever in history having to do with energy. But I've restricted wind farms, windmills. Take a look at Palm Springs, California, where they have a wind farm. As you enter beautiful Palm Springs, California, it looks like a junkyard. You have old ones, rotted ones. They're falling down all over the place. They don't want to bury it because they say the fiber that the blades are made out of should not go in the ground because it's going to poison the ground. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but if it's not going to go in the ground, what do you do with it? Put it up in the air?
Yeah.
So, good. I see you're not a fan of windmills.
No, I'm not a fan of windmills,
Then you
Mr.
have to be
President. I'm
very
very
smart.
passionate about this.
Shut up, lady. He's not talking to you anymore. Who the hell is she? Looks like a model.
Wisely understood that
Hot
wind
brunette.
was unreliable, intermittent, dependent on the weather, only existed particularly offshore
That's
because
Doug
of
Burgum,
massive subsidies.
Interior Secretary.
So not only was it expensive to generate electricity on the grid, it was also expensive for taxpayers because of the subsidies. And so again, President Trump shifting the policy towards energy dominance, which is reliable, affordable, 7x24 energy that's not dependent on the weather.
Let's cut it out. That's fine. I mean, it's important stuff, but an energy thing. Sorry, it's Let It Rip Friday, and I really don't feel like talking about energy. And what the hell? Okay, thank you. Anyway, Neal Boortz.
Your name's on the show.
That's right. Well, there you go. Neal Boortz at 4 o'clock. Cameron, Pete, and Flounder, 404-721-1230. And now I shall do a birthday because it's been delayed, but I owe you a birthday. In fact, I'll do two because tomorrow is the birthday of Louise Brown. Louise Brown is 48. Do you know the name Louise Brown? Her middle name is Joy. Louise Joy Brown is 48 years old. She was the world's first test tube baby. 48 years ago today. Happy birthday. Jennifer Lopez is 57. She was, in fact, I just saw the show. In fact, I still haven't watched all of it yet. The movie Parker with the shaved head bald guy from England. What's his name? He's in all the hero movies.
Jason Statham.
Jason Statham.
He's got another movie coming out too.
Does he? I love it. I think he's great. I've seen everything he's done.
Yeah. It's called Mutiny.
Mutiny.
And the tagline is "There's blood in the water."
Oh God! Well, here we go. Anyway, Parker, Jennifer Lopez, 57 years old. Now, she makes a real cute role, really nice girl. She was also in Selena, the movie Enough, Hustlers, Kiss of the Spider Woman. Anyway, Jennifer Lopez, J-Lo, is 57 years old.
I think I saw Pete retweet this, but there's also a new one coming out, Scrooged.
Really?
Or Ebenezer, and it's Johnny Depp.
Is that
Johnny
update
Depp.
from the Bill Murray one?
No, it's
The
not an
TV
update. It's just a new version of it. I'll take it out of my Pete's tweets, though. Thank you, there, Flounder.
Oh, my.
No, we'll get you later.
All right.
Y'all want to do
but
tweets?
it looked good.
It looks really good. Yeah, the trailer looks really good.
And is it about Ebenezer Scrooge, or is that?
Yeah.
Here, we'll do tweets now, and you can tell us about it.
Well, all right, sir. So there. Take that. They've got a little Pete. We got things. We got Pete's tweets.
All right, let's see. Johnny Depp is back. The movie's coming out November 13th in time for Thanksgiving. The classic story of Christmas Story, centering, of course, around Ebenezer Scrooge. It's called Ebenezer, and Johnny Depp looks great. He does those weird, and I think it's Tim Burton again, the director.
Really?
They're always great together, whatever they do.
Do they have like Christopher Marley or whatever's in Tiny Tim kind of? Is it like the whole Christmas Story thing, I wonder?
I don't know if it's a whole story, but they definitely show some ghosts. They showed the 3 ghosts.
That was that original one. I'll tell you, that old black and white version from 80 years ago or whatever was.
Alistair Cook.
God.
Alistair Sims. And I'll tell you what, the Michael Caine Muppet one, because Michael Caine played it straight.
Really? And now, see, I never saw that. Really? Well,
George C. Scott's is okay, too. All right, one more thing.
All right, sir.
A professor, I forget which college, gave 35 students their take-home midterm test. Knowing that some would use AI to answer the questions, he played a little trick on them.
All right.
In the text, he changed one sentence to white font. I didn't even know you could do that. You could change it from black to white. All right. Only that sentence will show up if the students copy it so they can paste it into Grok or ChatGPT or some other AI. Most students will not notice the white font because it's buried deep in the text there at the bottom. All right. Now, AI will see it. That's the thing. And what the trick sentence instructs the AI to do is insert the word Madagascar into their answers in a way that makes sense.
My God.
So he gets the answers back from the students. All the professor had to do was look for the word Madagascar. If he found it, knew they had cheated. How many of his 35 students do you think he gave a failing grade to on the midterm?
35.
No, 32.
Well, they're
3 people.
My God. Well, I mean, because clearly, what's the point? I mean, why have an exam? Seriously, why have a professor give a lecture and then have a test? Just, if you want to know it, just ask AI.
No. You do it in class and you sit there and watch them do it.
Yeah. In fact, it reminds me of the story, I think it was a true story, of a professor who
that's why a lot of teachers are now doing more oral exams on their finals because...
a professor who had like a test given. It was kind of a surprise. And there were 4 guys who came in and said they wanted to take I know what it was. They missed a test, so like 3 or 4 guys, and they said, we were on a trip for the weekend, and our car broke down. We had a flat tire, and so we missed it. We don't know if we can take a makeup test next week or something. And he said, sure. So he asked them privately, one at a time, which tire? Because there was no flat tire. He caught him lying because he just asked him which tire was it that went flat. They hadn't thought to try to figure out, to get their story straight. You know what I mean? Pretty clever. Anyway, when I had my master's degree, the first part of it was like a 3-hour oral exam, face to face with the professor.
Pardon me?
Hello. Quizzing me about stuff. I won't talk about my study habits. Man, I studied I looked and took notes on every chapter of every issue of Broadcast Magazine and Journalism Review and Public Opinion Quarterly for 10 years and took notes on every publication like that and studied them because he asked me questions and I nailed them. I knew every single possible thing he could have asked me. But boy, did I study my zonks off. And that was when I was getting my first baby, too, with my wife, Hoppo. Anyway, Michigan State. All right, I'm sorry. I was just a little flashback. Hey, you guys haven't mocked me for my video I put on Facebook and YouTube and showed you my picture that we were making fun of me.
We don't want to bring that back up. It's a scarring.
Try to eat later. Kevin Pete and Flounder. Look out.
Support the advertisers and partners that share your values. Give our extra advertisers the first shot to earn your business. They will deliver for you every time and support the extra community like no one else. Connect with all of our partners online at extra1063.com.
The summer's got you thinking about hitting the road, and with back to school right around the corner, you need a vehicle built for the road and safe enough for the family. And Subaru of Gwinnett has it for you. Like the 2026 Subaru Outback, which will take you as far as you want to explore with standard symmetrical all-wheel drive plus up to 32 miles per gallon. And if you're up for adventure, it'll get you off the beaten path with up to 9.5 inches of ground clearance, more than the Honda CR-V or Toyota RAV4. Or the 2026 Subaru Forester, the SUV for all you love. It's the right size SUV for all the adventures ahead, with a spacious and comfortable interior for everyone you want to bring along. And no matter where adventure takes you, it starts on Satellite Boulevard in Duluth with the amazing staff at Subaru of Gwinnett. They'll help you find the Subaru that you'll love and be there every step of the way for everything you need. Start your shopping online at SubaruofGwinnett.com.
Summer is here, and hopefully vacation is on the horizon. Whether the beach or maybe you're more of a mountain person, you've planned and saved in order to take some much-needed time off. You planned your vacation. Shouldn't you plan your retirement? You planned for a week in the sun, but have you planned for decades of golden years? Master Plan Retirement works with you to create a holistic, comprehensive retirement plan in order to offer the one thing your time off needs the most: peace of mind. From income and growth, tax strategy, legacy planning, and more, Master Plan Retirement walks alongside you to help ensure your golden years stay golden. Schedule your complimentary consultation today. Visit masterplanretire.com. Master Plan Retirement Consultants. Plan well and prosper.
Advisory services offered through Master Plan Retirement Consultants, Inc., a registered investment advisory in the state of Georgia. Insurance, tax, and commodity services offered through Fricks & Associates, Inc., DBA Master Plan Retirement Consultants. The aforementioned are affiliated companies.
Your yard, it stresses you out. Between the watering, the seeding, the weeding, and mowing. And no matter what you do, you're never satisfied. Have you thought about artificial turf? It's low maintenance, it's pet friendly, and it looks amazing all year round. Those in the know use ATL Turf Go. ATL Turf Go is Atlanta's top choice for artificial grass installation. Let them build you a backyard of your dreams with a custom golf or putting green, outdoor kitchen or pool deck. They even specialize in custom concrete and stonework. They handle everything from design and grading to construction and drainage solutions. So whether it's residential lawns or recreational sports fields, ATL Turf Go can build you a stress-free space you'll love. So say goodbye to mowing, maintenance, and your wasted weekends. Learn more and schedule your free in-home consultation today. Call ATL Turf Go, 678-403-2339. That's 678-403-2339. Or visit atlturfco.com.
The future of business in Georgia is bright, and Georgia Power is a driving force behind the businesses and organizations that are vital to the growth of the state. Just ask Mike Plant, President and CEO of the Braves Development Company.
There's 7 power cubicles that power the ballpark and the battery. And when we're building everything with 8 different contractors and this site's on fire, one of my guys came in one day and said, "Hey, we need to figure out where we're going to put these cubicles." I said, "All right, what do they do?" And they said, "Well, it's all the power and the juice for the whole stadium. We're going to need to work with Georgia Power. They need a location." Right away, they saw our vision, they got our vision, they understood it, and they knew they needed to be a big part of that. And that's what I love about working with them is I've never heard no from them. I've always heard them say, "All right, I understand your vision. I understand what you're trying to accomplish. Give us a little time. We'll come back to you with a plan."
To learn more about how Georgia Power is helping businesses big and small, visit GeorgiaPower.com and tune in all year to discover how they're powering the future of Georgia.
You've tried it all. You've counted sheep, warm glasses of milk, even those weird meditation apps. But now it's time to stop trying and start sleeping. Z-Factor from Relief Factor. It offers a real solution for sleepless nights. It goes beyond melatonin and uses a combination of 4 natural ingredients. It helps relax your mind so you can fall asleep quicker and then helps you sleep soundly through the night. Z-Factor, 100% drug-free, so it's safe to take regularly. Plus, there's no groggy feeling when you wake up. Z-Factor, it's from Relief Factor, so you can count on the science behind it. Tanya and I both take Z-Factor every night. It's on our bedside table. If you're looking for better Z's, give Z-Factor a try. Right now, pay only $19.95 for a 30-day supply. 46% savings. Call 1-800-4RELIEF. 800, the number 4RELIEF. ReliefFactor.com. Better sleep without drugs. See how Z-Factor can get you the Z's you want. 800-4RELIEF. ReliefFactor.com.
I just realized I left my umbrella in the car. Yeah, it's storming and
There's
pouring.
probably one around here you can utilize.
That's all right. I'll get wet. I don't care. It's Friday. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, how's it going? UB40 singing for you here. 1993, UB40 started 7 weeks, #1 with Can't Help Falling in Love. It was kind of a different way of doing this song. Elvis had the first hit in 1961. Can't Help Falling in Love. Corey Hart next up with a top 30 hit in 87. Hall & Oates did the song in the 90s, The Last Temptation of Elvis charity album. UB40 originally covered the song for Honeymoon in Vegas, the soundtrack, but Bono's version was actually chosen instead. On the same day, UB40 went to #1 in Britain with Promises and Lies. What does UB40 stand for? Is that a thing, or do we know?
I forget. I saw them at the Fox. They were a good live band, but I don't remember what the name meant.
I don't have any idea. A birthday, Neal Boortz at 4, by the way. Neal Boortz, Linda Carter birthday.
All right, it stands for Unemployment Benefit Form 40.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Out of work, why not?
Back to Linda Carter.
Yeah, Linda. Well, now see, she's not my kind of type. I know you're nuts for Linda Carter. She's 75 years old today. The original Wonder Woman. She was President Marsden on Supergirl and the Governor of Super Trooper movies. Linda Carter, 75, and never did. I never did anything for me for some reason. Anyway, she's obviously, and she seems like a really nice lady. I don't think I've ever had anybody say anything other than wonderful things about her. Just seems like a really nice woman. You know, nice girl. Let's see. Oh, have you heard about the little Johnny, the trust fund baby, the interim temporary United States Georgia Senator, little Johnny Hollywood trust fund baby, Johnny Ossoff? He apparently spends more on makeup than pretty much anybody else in the entire Democrat Party. He uses more makeup than Rashida Tlaib and Ocasio Bang-Bangio Stupidio. He spent little Johnny Ossoff on his campaign getting ready for interviews, spent thousands of dollars on makeup services from the artist who also worked on Hollywood stars in movies like Notebook and Hunger Games. He's paid Stephanie Ponder almost $3,000 for makeup in the last few months, $900 just on June 10th. For makeup for little Senator Johnny Ossoff. Mike Collins, a Republican, he said he spent more on makeup than any candidate this year, including the girls. Oh, and by the way, this story, this is the last line of this story. The spending comes as liberal media figures praise the 39-year-old Ossoff's carefully managed on-camera presence and float him as a prospective 2028 presidential candidate.
He's a Manchurian candidate.
God.
We know nothing about this man.
This is astounding.
He's not even Georgian.
Although he did report that he once was in a meeting with other lawmakers about children, had something to do with children, and he once took a tour of the post office and said, "Boy, you got a lot of mail in there to get taken care of," and they jumped right on that.
Democrat cheating, COVID, and Republican incompetence has put this idiot, this Manchurian candidate, in a Senate. Nobody in Georgia knows who this guy is.
No, he hasn't
or where
done
he
anything.
Came from.
He hasn't done anything. I mean, he literally, and by the way, he came out of nowhere.
Nobody knows.
It was Hollywood. In fact, as I recall, when he somehow won, nobody really knew anything about him other than, we ran people that nobody was going to vote for him against him. Remember the terrible Republican situation where the people, 600,000 people who voted for the governor did not vote for Herschel Walker and did not vote for other candidates. I mean, so it's our own fault. He got away with it because of lazy Republicans who didn't give a damn. They said, "Well, I'm not going to vote for Herschel Walker." I mean, it's just, stupid. Anyway, well, now that's what we've got, whether they like it or not. By the way, coming up after we got a 4 o'clock thing, we got Neal Boortz, and you're going to hear a little bit later from James Carville, who I think he's dangerous. I'm ashamed of the guy. He's a hater. I think he would personally kill Donald Trump if he could get away with it. And there's no reason for it. There's no way that he should be thinking as much hate as he does about that. It doesn't make any sense. And even I heard him actually say that it's about time for Democrats to get together and pass a voting ID bill. He said everybody wants to have an ID to vote. Get something passed. It doesn't have to be you bring your passport and 4 witnesses to your birth, but have some kind of voter ID because he said everybody wants it. And you're going to hear a little bit later on about how the party is going so far left that even James Carville's, freaking out with his little phony rubber face. And by the way, what is he, sick in bed now or something, doing his podcast from he's in a ICU unit or something. Oh, God. Hey, Flounder, how about Flounders Funny? I got what Flounders Funny.
Stall for 10 seconds while I get it here.
All right, sir.
I got a new one, so...
Oh, excellent. All right, sir. Talk among yourselves. Here we go.
So the other day...
Here we go.
I drive in the city. Just a piece of advice. If you guys ever driving in Manhattan, you're going to get jaywalkers. What you got to do is you got to speed up. You do. You got to remind people that death is real and it can happen. Because people walk around this city like, I've never been hit by a car, and you got to be like, maybe today's the day. And you speed up, and they're like, oh no, and they move every time. I've tried it everywhere. Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens. It works everywhere in the city except Chinatown. They, they want to get hit in Chinatown. I speed up and they're like, please, I don't want to sell turtles anymore. No, it's sad. That's what they said. They have to sell turtles. It's a little surprising that we still call places Chinatown, no? I don't think that started in a wholesome way. It was like 100 years ago, 2 white guys saw a Chinese family move in, and they were like, what do they call this place? Chinatown?
That's a very funny...
Mr. Peter Ravella. I just found him. So
very nice. Good going. Neal Boortz joining us in a couple of minutes. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Let It Rip Friday. Stormy weather. Be careful. Look out for flooded waterways there.
Forget it, Jake. It's Chinatown.
Yeah, let me cut that nose for you. Yowie. Look out. Here we go.
WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey broadcasting station. This hour is presented by Atlanta's Safe House.
The U.S. is locked and loaded. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. That from President Trump, just telling reporters the U.S. military is ready to go, but he has not made a decision yet on escalating the fight against Iran, which he says does want to make a deal, but doesn't want to admit it.
You can just keep doing exactly what we're doing and take them apart piece by piece. We can do it in a more rapid fashion, which we might do, or we can negotiate with them, which we're also doing right now. I mean, as we speak, we're talking to them.
The president declining to answer a New York Times question about potentially being accused of war crimes if he follows through on a threat to blow up power plants and bridges. One Iranian official threatening to kill a U.S. service member for every death in Iran. Iran's been responding to U.S. strikes with attacks on U.S. Gulf allies. The president taking questions after making a nuclear energy announcement.
Last year, I signed 4 historic executive orders to reignite a wave of progress in America's nuclear power production and promote this abundant, affordable, unlimited supply of energy for the American people.
Now directing the U.S. Energy Secretary to set up a pilot program for advanced reactors. There's already a lawsuit over newly announced Trump tariffs.
The same group representing small businesses that successfully challenged the use of emergency tariffs at the Supreme Court this year is suing the Trump administration over a new round of tariffs announced this week. The Liberty Justice Center says 10 to 12.5% tariffs imposed on 60 U.S. trading partners are capricious and arbitrary and require congressional approval.
Fox's Jared Halpern at the White House. The lawsuit also argues a law allowing sanctions over unfair labor practices needs country-specific findings to be legally justified. A mixed finish on Wall Street. The Dow up 234 points at the bell, but the NASDAQ in the red. America is listening to Fox News.
When it comes to supplements, 2 things matter most. A, that it works, and that you can trust it. Rather than just tell you about Relief Factor, we'll let our audience do that. We hear from people every single day whose lives have changed, and I want you to hear a few of their stories. Doug took Relief Factor for nearly a year before convincing his wife, a special needs teacher, to try it. She had been using assistance just to move through the long hallways at school. Now she's back on her feet every day and never had to leave the job that she loves. I remember when buttoning my shirt was almost impossible, but Relief Factor changed how I'm able to do it and the simple things again. And they make it really easy now for you to find out if you can be the next person that's telling us about Relief Factor and how it gave you your life back. 3 weeks, $17.76. Try it. ReliefFactor.com, 800-4RELIEF. You'll connect with their friendly local team, and they'll do everything they can to help. We hope you soon will be sharing your story with us as well. ReliefFactor.com.
And now this dramatic pause. Yikes.
For whatever reason, his sounder is not working today. So,
oh, my goodness. I try boy. How do you do a drum beat? I know. Hey, Neal Boortz is somewhere in Colorado. I suck. I can't tell. I can't. It's raining and stormy. Nothing's working, but we're laughing and having a good time. And
there it goes.
Now we're standing by.
Sorry about that, gentlemen.
A total outstanding work there, Flounder. Outstanding. Hey. Well done. Neal Boortz joining us here from parts unknown in the Colorado Rockies, I'm guessing still.
I just texted you a picture out of my front window.
All right, sir. Well, I see it right now, and I'm now looking at the, beautiful. That's freaking beautiful. I tell you, I've been to Colorado. My kids live out there, and every time I go, I make sure I enjoy the scenery and love driving around there. Absolutely.
See that snow up there?
Yes, I do. Yeah. That's Big Time Charlie.
You know, once I get down to sea level again, my voice will come back.
Everything, but believe me, I know. You try golf in Colorado and do anything with physical activity after a while, and it'll get you.
Kimmer, have you noticed if you go on the internet and inquire about certain things, let's say you inquired on the internet about the most effective bidet.
A bidet effective, all right, sir?
Yeah, and then all of a sudden your entire internet feed will be filled with advice about buying a bidet.
Yeah. They hear you and they came. We're all guilty of it. We realize it. Yeah.
I've been screwing around with the internet now. Yesterday, I went on the internet and asked questions about priapism.
I think I heard you talking about that.
Yeah, you want to see some of the advertisements I'm getting today. Some amazing stuff.
Well, now people are going to say, okay, what's he talking about there? Because you did your little tease where you say the word that a lot of people are going, what's our Prius?
Well, they're supposed to be educated.
They're not. Just the little people with us. They're trying to have you entertain us, Neal. They want you to be, you're the daddy. They want you to tell us all what you're thinking.
No, you've experienced it. You told me that. So you go ahead and explain it.
No, thanks.
Well,
Pete Davis, you want to do it? No.
Okay.
You do this every time. In fact, I love it. We're on the freaking morning show on Tuesday mornings, and then they replay it again the next day, an hour earlier. And you do this all the time with those guys, and you mention you come out with one of your words, and they go, no, I don't know what the hell that means. And so the smart one tries to look it up and Google it real fast, and so it's pretty funny.
Well, I got a couple of, in listening to you for about the last half hour, or whatever hour, Jennifer Lopez came up, 57 years old.
Yes, she
bores the crap out of me.
As a singer or as a guest on a TV show, or what do you mean?
Kimmer, if she was the last woman on earth, I'd demand a recount.
Wow, I'm very surprised. She seems she's kind of, I don't know. Well, tell me why. I don't know why I would say that.
I don't know. It's subjective.
Huh, yeah? Well,
I don't know, but she just bores the crap out of me.
But I don't understand bores. And what did you see her in that was boring?
I find nothing interesting about her. Nothing.
Yeah. Well, she got that butt. She got that big butt, so she's got the full thing. And she's sexy. She's very sexy. I'll tell you that movie Parker.
She is not.
Oh, all right, sir.
No, she's about as sexy as an olive with its pimento hanging out.
Well, now, Neal, an olive with its pimento hanging out? Oh, that's disgusting.
Well, there you go.
Paint the picture.
By the way, when you were playing Trump, he mentioned the windmills in Palm Springs.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how long ago it was, weeks ago, the Boortz bus drove through Palm Springs on Interstate 10, heading for Interstate 15.
Yeah.
Boy, they're like warts on the landscape.
Yeah.
And, a lot of them are missing blades, so they just sit there looking crippled like that.
Yeah,
it's an eyesore.
he said it was a junkyard. Looks like a junkyard.
Yeah, it is. It's a total eyesore.
I don't think I've ever seen. I don't think I've ever seen it, even in pictures or videos. But I'm going to Google it, see if there's get sites of it.
Damn, it was hot in Palm Springs.
Oh, I'll bet.
We left there.
Yeah.
We left there, and then 2 days later we're in the Rockies and haven't left. Oh gosh, how long? 6 weeks, 8 weeks in the Rockies now.
Wow, cool. So obviously you're all set with paying bills, internet things, and mail stuff and things like that. So,
oh yeah. We're good with all of that. Yeah. It's all online.
Yeah, see, I'd never figured that. I couldn't do that.
No, you could too, but with the number of bills you have.
Well, that's the other thing, In fact, I didn't get mail last week. I didn't get mail for 6 days, and I actually went to the post office and showed my ID and said, "I think somebody put a block on my mail." And as it turned out, it was just for. I've never had that
happen to me as well. I've gone to the post office. I thought I got hacked or someone stole my identity.
Yeah,
and they're like,
couldn't believe it. And then it came back to a couple days, but it was like 6 days with no mail. Unbelievable.
Well, I'm an Amazon whore.
Okay, sir. I've never used it myself.
I just always ordering. And let me tell you, if you're buried back in a small village in the Rockies,
they're hard to find you.
FedEx, no problem.
Yeah.
UPS. They will come right to the door of the Boortz bus.
Huh, cool.
But God help you if you order something from Amazon and they ship it by the Postal Service.
Oh, really?
And, I used to work for the Postal Service. I still got my ID card.
Yeah.
Boy, but they just cannot get it done.
Well, I'll tell you.
Why not? Because they are government. That's why not.
They've tried to put in a new system, and it didn't work, and it hasn't worked, and everything else. And in fact, I can't. I tell you, they tell me to shut up every time, and they just go computerized to pay my bills. I've had more trouble with freaking Infinity, and I call them, and they say, well, we don't have your check. 15 days after I mailed it. 15 days. They still had not received my bill, so I paid for it over the phone with my credit card, and then I got a message in the mail 2 days later that they never got my bill paid, and I had to call them back, and they said, oh yeah, well, we got the mail. I mean, it's a nightmare. It's literally, I go through at least, I'll bet every month there's at least one client who didn't get my bill.
Donna is in here shining a flashlight on me. That is her signal for lighten up. Okay.
Yes, dear. Right again, my darling.
I know how to say that.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yes.
You betcha, my darling.
Yes. Does this sound familiar, darling? Yes, dear.
Whatever you want, my angel.
Yes, dear. She won't respond. Anyway, what are you streaming these days?
I stream. No, I've never streamed. I don't know what that is even. I don't know how.
You've never watched
the fact of the matter is, I don't know what streaming means. If you told me to stream something, I wouldn't know how to do it.
You've never watched The Pit?
I've never watched The Pit.
How about the rest of your crew there?
Oh, they all do those. But I don't know how to stream. I mean, literally, do I pick up my phone and go to Google and type in stream? I don't know what to do.
You have cable.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
So I can't stream with cable or what?
Well, I don't know if you can or not.
I don't know. Well, again, I'm not. They don't like people.
Okay, Pete, what are you streaming?
I have Fubo, so everything I do is streaming.
Oh.
Well, the two that I'm really into right now are Landman.
Yeah, they're big on. I think you guys were big on that, weren't you? Flounder, didn't you, and Veronica? I think did a little. I thought maybe tried Landman.
Well, I just started season 2.
Yeah, really good show. I'm caught up on it. It's a really good show.
Cool.
I just started Lioness. Have you watched that?
That's another really good one.
Oh yeah, Zendaya.
Yeah, she's a little firecracker in that show.
Yeah, badass, really.
I know that name. Yeah.
So, Donna's standing here with her hands on her hips.
Oh, God.
Oh, boy.
It's over.
Well, I have to wonder for next season, Neal, do you think she steps down?
Well, I haven't gotten that far in it.
Because she's definitely got some conflicts with the job and her family.
Who, Zendaya?
Yes.
The one I cannot get into, and I loved Yellowstone, but I just cannot get into Dutton Ranch.
Yeah, I tried myself, and I gave it 10 minutes. I said I just don't like it.
Well, how did you do that, Kimmer? You don't stream?
No, it's on TV.
Duh.
Or it was, yeah. I mean, but it was. I didn't. Well.
Sorry.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
one
it's
more
on
thing
TV.
before we get serious.
Yeah, absolutely.
Before we get serious, there's a wonderful video out there about a blue-haired tranny at some...
Oh, freaking out?
Yes.
It's been on the news every night, every show, and any conservative media and social media is playing it over and over. I've seen it 19 times on Fox. They should have hit him in the face. Oh, my God. I'm honestly, God, I couldn't even watch it. It's so annoying. Oh.
Isn't that wonderful stuff?
Oh, man. Come here, girl. Oh, jeez. Oh.
She. Okay, now I'm solving problems.
Yes. All right.
What's Marr's last name? Bill Maher, John Maher, what is it?
Bill Maher.
Bill Maher.
Bill Maher, yeah.
So he did a little bit on TV the other day. He said, come on, let's cut to the chase.
Yeah.
You know, Mom Danny is not a Democrat. Yeah. He is not a democratic socialist.
Yeah.
He is a communist.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
End of story. He's got a major role in his administration who actually said, you know, we've got to vote in more communists.
Yeah, that's right. That Chevalier chick. They're on their way. In fact, there are 3 things he just did which make him look even worse. About the stabbings, he didn't even react to the stabbings by a guy yelling Allahu Akbar or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And then he called for people to protest when he found out he couldn't arrest Netanyahu. I mean, the balls on this guy, this squeamy little squirt from commie from New York, is mad because his lawyers say you can't arrest the head of a foreign country. Gee, who didn't think that was possible? So now he's calling on people to protest, take to the streets, and protest on his behalf. And the police department is saying, what are you talking about?
I have the solution.
All right, sir.
Get Mom Danny and all of his sycophants and the people of his administration, round them up, put them on a C-130, fly them to Haiti, and say, this country now belongs to you. Fix it. Show us how it's done.
It's yours. Yeah, go ahead. We're watching.
I think that would be great.
Unbelievable.
He could have his own country. He could be the prime minister of Haiti.
Yeah, well, I'm telling you, I'm scared. I'm nervous. I'm really nervous about the future of this country. They're welcoming this big tent by Democrats. My ass, you can't welcome those people in. I mean, remember Neal, you and I remember the days when if you said somebody was a socialist, you go, oh my God, don't talk to that guy. Don't let him into the club. Socialist, communist. I mean, oh my God. I mean, it's unbelievable. Even talking about it as though they're, part of the team.
Kimmer, how old are you again? 67?
80. I'm 80. But I read at the 85-year-old level. So
you are?
A little respect.
You're 80?
I'm 80, yeah.
Don't you think it's a wonderful age?
Actually, I don't know. I don't even care. I have my other people's horses and barn cats and ride my chopper once a week, and so I'm having a wonderful life.
80 has been, 80, 81. I'm 81 now.
Yeah.
I sound like it at altitude.
That does it to everybody, believe me.
Oh, yeah, I know. But I've never had so much fun.
Well, it's because you have $700 million in your checking account, Neal. God.
I did before Donna bought this bus.
God bless America. Seriously, what a country.
Let me tell you how much money I have.
No.
When I leave my wallet on a counter, and next time I see it, Donna will have put some money in there. It'll usually be one $100 bill, 150, and 5 20s. That's it.
And no ones. No ones.
No ones.
Yeah.
That's how much money I have. And by the way, did you read now that they want to, some of Trump's people want to name Penn Station, change the name to Trump Station?
I know. I'm not sure.
Why
that's
does he
serious.
keep doing this?
Neil, I know you're going to get. You did the whole gold thing on the people who bathe in gold and Donald Trump's
didn't you
gold
love
thing.
that word?
That was the perhaps whatever the hell it was.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, but and you got a point. But again, it's just a style thing. It's not. It doesn't mean he's a bad American or something. And I don't think he was serious about naming the train station after him. After what he went through with the
the word for your listeners that didn't hear it, chrysophilia.
Chrysophilia, there you go. That's
a
lusting
paraphilic. Notice the philic, that kind of inserting phallic thing in there.
All right, sure.
A paraphilic sexual eroticism that hinges on gold or gold-colored objects.
Yeah. Well,
That's from Segan's Medical Dictionary.
Well, there you are.
Is that not... Trump gets off on gold things.
I know, but it's not like it's a reason not to vote for him or support him or something.
No, I'd vote for him again.
I know. You just have such a thing, and for all the right reasons, that your thing against Trump is her personal stuff. I hate his freaking hair. I wish he had, years ago, I wish he just done a freaking crew cut. And every time I see him, it's got that wing sticking out and stuff in the back flipping. I mean, it's just it drives me nuts. But
all he has to do is what Gavin Newsom did: comb it straight back, shellac it, and go.
Well, there you are. Anyway, so there's little things like that. He wears the same freaking suit. There's basically the same. Now, there are a couple that get a little more blue than others. But basically,
white shirt,
it's
red
the same
tie.
freak. Why, you've never seen him in like a black suit or a gray suit or, God forbid, a brown suit like Reagan would pull off once in a while. Or, any color other than, or check or, whatever.
I've seen him in golf clothes.
Well, yeah, but if he's got a suit on, it's that blue, same dull color blue. Not even the really bright. There's a beautiful, bright, vivid blue that's out there that's being in some coast, but he wears the dull, faded ones. It's really boring.
Well, I wish somebody would introduce him to Loudmouth golf clothes.
Loudmouth golf. I've heard that name. Real wide colors and.
What's the name of the hard-drinking, bearded golfer that?
John Daly.
John Loudmouth.
Oh, that's right. That's his stuff.
Yes, his stuff.
There you go. That's right.
By the way, John Daly's the greatest story in golf.
Yeah, he really is. From when he won the PGA as a beer drinking, cigarette smoking, actually Coca-Cola drinking and cigarette smoking golf course. It was really amazing. And he was the first guy who just creamed it all the time.
He got into the tournament the day before.
Yeah. Somebody dropped out, got hurt or something, and he was last on the list.
And so he threw his golf clubs in a station wagon and drove to wherever the hell they were playing the tournament.
Yeah.
They found a caddy for him, and he won the damn thing.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Yeah, and it's a great story. A
buddy of mine shot his age.
Oh, no kidding. Outstanding. Yeah, I'm going to do that this summer.
Well, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do it earlier than he did because I can't let him get away with that.
How old was he? What did you
86.
86. Well, if you're still playing at 86, that's pretty good.
We play a couple of times a week.
Outstanding. Yeah, well, there you go.
We call it the octogenarian foursome.
Yes. I have an octogenarian chopper motorcycle riding club. I'm the only member, but, How many 80-year-olds have riding a chopper every weekend?
Okay, and by the way, you know what? I'm sick to death of Trump telling us, well, this is Iran. I'm talking to him.
Yeah.
It's.
Well, he did it again today. It was just we had him live for a while, and then he was talking some more about it.
I know.
Again, honestly, I'm not. I'm kind of giving him a break because clearly, if he wanted to blow up everything, he could. Nobody could stop him. And I think the new thing now is that Iran still has capability of shelling other countries against us for using other countries to do it.
Don't you know that there are fighter jet pilots and bomber pilots and sitting on those aircraft carriers and saying, "Come on,
let's
man,
go. Yeah, I know.
Let's go. Let's get this done."
Well,
now the Iran has engage the Houthis to go out and shut down the Red Sea.
Yeah, well.
And do you know how dangerous this Strait of Hormuz, the Red Sea, the flow of oil, and what are people in this country worried about? Gas prices, idiots.
Yeah. Well, 4 days ago, I paid $5.50 at a Shell station here near the Battery, and this morning I paid $4.90. And again, that's for high tests, obviously, and that's a lot. But
Kimmer,
I don't care.
The Boortz bus carries 230 gallons.
Yeah, I don't have that kind of money. That's
You know, that reminds me of a friend named Sam, and bless his heart, he passed away a couple of years ago. Yeah. He had a yacht that was about 160 feet long.
Oh, I know this. Yeah, tell this. I know this story.
And so they pulled into Nassau, I believe it was, the little marina next to the Atlantis thing. And he told him, he said, okay, I've arranged dinner for everybody at such and I'm going to go over with the captain, and we're going to fill up this thing. And one of his friends, really? Let me take care of that. Yeah, let me fill it up for you. And Sam kept saying, no, I didn't invite you out here to pay. No, I insist. And finally, Sam got sick of him and said, okay, I'm going to go have lunch with these people. You go with the captain and pay for the fuel. And so when the guy got back, he'd kind of lost a couple of shades. But he never said a thing until about a year later. And he told Sam, he said, if I ever offer to fill up your boat again, shoot me.
Because?
$22,000.
Yeah, boom, bam, pow. Yikes.
$22,000 it cost to fill up that ship.
Wow. Hey, Neal, we got a surprise for you.
Uh-oh.
One of our listeners, Shay and Sean, a couple of guys have been listening for a long time, big fans of yours, and they heard you were going to be on the radio because they listen every Thursday or Friday afternoon at 4 o'clock, and have a question for you, I think. Is Shay still with us? Here we go.
Shoot away, Shay.
Hey, Shay.
Hey, how you doing? Pleasure to speak to you, Neal.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, a couple quick comments and a question for you. So just so you know, maybe I should just shut up and go away. I've got a signed copy of that. Compliments of my daughter about 8 years ago. She said, who's that guy you listen to? Yeah, who's that guy you listen to on the radio all the time? She was asking my wife. So so for my birthday that year, they got me a signed copy of one of your books and a new copy of Somebody's Got to Say It. So you've been heard around my house for many, many years.
Well, thank you.
Never agree with everything 100% that anybody says. I always say that to everybody because I got that from you probably 2 decades ago. I think that was one of the things you always said is to question everybody, but I do quote you all the time. And one of the things that I always say to everybody, and that always comes from you, is if we're talking about money and taxes, or if we're talking about immigration and then it goes to taxes, I always talk about the fair tax. And then I give them, if they haven't heard of it, I always give them just the brief version and how it's better. But I know you always say it's still an active bill and has been for many years in Congress, but nobody's ever going to pick it up. How is it that we can revitalize that? Is it senators? Is it Congress people? Who is it that has to be the ones that we go to as just common, regular, walking around people in order to get any attention on that and let people know that it would be a great thing?
Well, the fair tax takes so much power away from elected officials, so much power that it's hard to get these people to support it. But it's only going to be through voter action, voter insistence, voters learning about the fair tax, being conversant in the fair tax, and going to elected officials and say, there's a lot of things on the table for you in Washington, but this is one of the most important to me, and if you want to stay up there, you'd better push this and get it done.
I think people are afraid of doing something new concerning their money. They're afraid to, start a whole new thing.
It's odd you should bring this up because I was thinking about this last night, right around the time I thought there was a bear crawling around outside the Boortz bus. But I was thinking about this last night. It's unbelievable how this nation would have been transformed by now, if they had taken the fair tax seriously and got it done. It would have been the greatest transfer of power from government to the people in the history of governments anywhere in this world, and it's still very viable. And it's, I'll never forget that I debated Treasury officials about this and kicked their ass.
I wonder how Scott Bessent would feel. Have you, I wonder how he would be behind something like this. The Treasury. I like Scott Bessent a lot. I think he's a sharp character.
Well, I did talk to Marco Rubio about it, and he liked the idea. Yeah. But who's going to jump on that and push it right now with so many other things going on?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Could it also always bring up when I'm in the conversation with somebody, I talk about how IRS goes away, so how many tens of thousands of people is that? And then more so than that, is it about the lobbyists that places like H&R Block and Liberty Tax and those types of places that rely on our tax code in order to make the majority of their money every year, do those people... those corporations have a dog in the hunt and have lobbyists that are fighting against it to make sure it never sees the light of day.
Two things real quick. Number one, good accountants, Scott, they have many more important things to do for their clients than to figure out their taxes. Much more. And another thing is, John Linder, the author of the Fair Tax Act in Congress, had a visit one time. His staff came in and said, there's somebody from the IRS that wants to talk to you. And John Linder said, okay, fine, send him in. They walked into his office, sat down, and he said, well, what can I do for you? He said, it's about this fair tax thing. Yes, sir. He said, you don't know how bad we need to get that passed. And that was from an IRS employee.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, I mean, just imagine, don't get me started. Just imagine getting your entire paycheck every 2 weeks with no deductions and never having to keep any records and never having to file a tax return.
I always think about how people coming across the border, that we can take the money off the table as far as, regardless, when you're talking to somebody about immigration and you're not going to change their mind, you can let them go on that trail a little bit further if you can take that out of the equation of the argument, right?
As soon as they come here and get a job as an illegal, they're paying taxes.
Correct. And we are no longer paying taxes, I think, if I read it correctly, on regular items like rice, like milk, like bread, regular cooking items.
I mean, it's incorporated into the price, but the research shows that it would not be more expensive or barely more expensive than they are now.
Yeah.
So, and to go back to an earlier part of this, Kimmer, just talking about it gives me priapism. Sorry, I had to do that.
Thank you so much.
So,
Shay, thanks for calling. We want to say goodbye. Shay's not hanging up.
No, wait a minute. Donna, sweetheart,
hold on.
You're walking around with that flashlight. Is there a roach or what? Huh? Oh, there's a bug in the motor coach.
Uh-oh.
Oh, my God.
Well, take care of that for you.
So Donna's on the search with a flashlight.
Well, listen. Good luck.
A little bitty frog got in here one time. Oh, my God.
Bugging you a little bit. Neal Boortz, always a pleasure. Have fun. Be careful out there. Hi to your sweet lady, and we'll talk to you again next week.
We're going to hit a hiking trail right now.
Outstanding. Well, have great.
Yes,
be careful. Get your bug spray or your bear killers or whatever.
Not bug spray.
There you go. Neal Boortz, thank you. It's 4:30. Kimmer, Pete, Flounder. Neal Boortz here on your Letterman Friday. And thank you, Shay. Look out.
America, Chuck, yeah. Chuck and Shack Oyster Bar is celebrating the red, white, and blues all summer long with our America 250 summer menu. We're talking Cyclone char-grilled oysters, Route 66 smash burgers, crab meat boardwalk fries, and USA-inspired cocktails. Raise a glass and cheers to 250 years of the US of A at Chuck and Shack Oyster Bar. Locally owned in downtown Alpharetta and Cumming, across from the Collection. Find your location and details at theshuckandshack.com.
Opioids can start as a prescription for pain, but misuse can happen quickly, and addiction doesn't discriminate. It can affect anyone. Take medications only as prescribed. Never share them and store and dispose of them safely. If you or someone you love is struggling, help is available. Call or text 988 for the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. Prevention starts with awareness. Learn more at GeorgiaOpioidHelp.org, sponsored by the Georgia Opioid Crisis Abatement Trust.
Hi, I'm Tom Stratton from Tom and Jerry's Roofing, a 10-year veteran of the U.S. Army. When my best friend Jerry and I opened Tom and Jerry's Roofing, we wanted our company to be an outlet for good. So with every roof we do, a portion goes to various veteran services and charities. Tom and Jerry's Roofing is passionate about giving you the best service and quality work possible, and that work turning into service for our heroes. So if you need a new roof or a repair, call us. We're Tom and Jerry's Roofing, where every roof helps veterans. TomandJerry'sRoofing.com.
Stovall & Company Wholesale Landscape Supply has been family owned and operated for more than 75 years, and we treat you like family too.
Check us out at StovallInc.com or stop by our new store in Canton, Georgia and see what we have to offer.
At Stovall, we supply all your landscape project needs.
Completely hassle-free all the way down to the delivery.
Have you been dreaming of an outdoor kitchen, fireplace, or other custom paver project? We partner with Keystone Hardscapes for all your beautiful high-end concrete needs.
We look forward to making your landscape dreams come true. Stovall has it all.
Hey, it's Front Office Los with Tom, the Honest Car Guy. Let's talk about the new way to buy a car in 2026. Tell me how you can save clients thousands of dollars in this process.
I got a customer here, Jeff Everhart. I met him today first time because I delivered his 25 model Honda Pilot, fully loaded with only 16,000 miles on it. Jeff, answer Los's question about that one.
It was actually shocking. I mean, you hear the advertisements, you want to believe it, and then when you go through with the sale, and there's no extras, there's no dock fees, there's no storage fees, no transportation fees. The price I was given was the price that I paid plus their honest fee. I did save thousands of dollars, and it was a very quick sale.
Well, we appreciate that.
And did it from my living room.
Did it from your living room.
Friends, if you're in the market for a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, get an honest car buy from the Honest Car Guy. You pay what we pay, plus an honest fee, and we back that up by giving you the bill of sale. That's our transparency guarantee. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME-1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
Hey, Atlanta, it's Mark from the Safe House, and now the thought of the day. There's only a few things that a safe from the Safe House can't protect you from. The biggest one is socialist Democrats trying to steal elections. Does that really happen? Yes, it does. So for real security, drop by the Safe House and let us show you how to protect your hard-earned valuables from theft and fire. We are the exclusive Browning and Fort Knox safe dealer in the area. That's right, we're the only ones. So don't go unprotected. Go to AtlantaSafeHouse.com. That's AtlantaSafeHouse.com.
There's a new vibe in Tucker, and it's teeing off at Heritage Golf Links. After a multi-million-dollar renovation, the course has never looked better. From pristine new greens and bunkers to the stunning 11,000 square foot putting green, Heritage Golf Links is ready to impress, challenge, and deliver an unforgettable round you'll come back for again and again. And when the sun goes down, the game keeps going. Our one-of-a-kind night range is lit up and open Friday and Saturday nights until 10 p.m., so your swing can shine under the lights. So, whether you're practicing, playing, or just enjoying the full-service bar and grill, Heritage Golf Links is the perfect place for golfers who want more than just a round. Heritage is a destination and a better golf experience. Located just minutes from downtown Atlanta, Heritage Golf Links is easily accessible from I-285 and I-85 in Tucker, Georgia. Reserve your tee time at heritagegolflinks.com. That's heritagegolflinks.com.
We finally have a president and an administration fighting for America first. But if conservatives lose focus, the same people who created this mess are going to go right back in and resume their destructive progressive agendas. Protecting this momentum takes more than just votes. It takes everyday Americans like you staying in the fight for our rights and freedoms. That's why more and more people are switching to Patriot Mobile, America's only Christian conservative wireless provider. Patriot Mobile offers premium priority nationwide service on all 3 major U.S. networks, unlimited data plans, mobile hotspots, international roaming, and 100% U.S.-based customer support. You can switch in minutes while keeping your phone and your number if that's what you want. Unlike the other carriers, Patriot Mobile puts your money toward causes defending faith and family and freedom, contributing millions each year into organizations that are on the front lines fighting for our God-given rights. Join the movement today. Go to patriotmobile.com/Beck or call 972-PATRIOT. Use the promo code Beck. Free month of service. patriotmobile.com/Beck, 972-PATRIOT. Make the switch today.
Oh, if something happened here I don't know about? It's 4:30. 4:36, actually. Uh-oh.
Welcome to the Kemmer Show halftime update.
Something
Let's
cracked
check in with Pete on
in
the
the
scoreboard.
format bubble.
Stories prepared
I don't know.
versus stories
Maybe it's
actually
a storm
covered.
outside or something. It's something bad. I don't know. This could be a bad sign.
Of the 12 stories you woke the Flounder up with this morning,
Well, we
probably
had
Veronica
Neal
and everybody
Boortz.
else, too.
Well, they had the dog and the cat. They take care of things. They're out there in the back,
You've done 4.
Well, out of... all right. Well, Neal Boortz was more important than my stupid stories. And they're just topics. They're stories. In fact, I got... what the hell? You go home. Find your broccoli. Stop eating pork. Anyway, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, how you doing? Our number is 404-741-1230, 741-1230. How about a quick birthday here? Dan Hedaya. Now, I did not know Dan Hedaya by name, but I Googled him because he was on the birthday list, and I know him now. Dan Hedaya is 86 years old. Dan Hedaya, played Nick, Carla's ex-husband on Cheers. He was also in Usual Suspects. Remember, he was a seedy little bastard. And I remember a couple things in particular. This had to be 30 years ago. Probably at least, or more, probably 40 in the 80s. When he played, he came into the bar, and Carla, they fight. It was a horrible situation where they were exes. But he went up to Diane when first time he met Diane, and they introduced her to him, and he said, "You're not wearing a bra, are you?" Which is, just out of the blue. This is a stranger just met the girl the first time, and they asked her. She asked him what he does for a living. He said he sells suits door to door. What a goofball! He was also in The Usual Suspects. Dan Hedaya. 86 years old. Carla's groovy little gross guy. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, how's it going? Our number is 404-741-1230, 741-1230. Donald Trump is, still talking about the Iran thing, and I don't know where we stand. And they, apparently the Strait is still under our control, but the Iranians are bombing other countries, American military installations in other countries. I don't know what's going on. Obviously, he hasn't pulled the trigger yet on everything. And he also did make an announcement that both Russia and Red China have agreed to stay out of it. Donald Trump said his meetings with both Putin and Xi, and he said they are not going to give or sell weapons to Iran. That's huge.
That's really big.
Well, in fact, Neal is very quick, and for good reason, to say, do or get off the pot or whatever. But I think what's going on here, I think this is going to change the Middle East for generations. I think he's got everything worked out. He's got all these other countries who are now going to try to be in our bailiwick.
In peace with Israel.
Yeah. I mean, if we can stop if we can all become trading partners. I mean, Trump is a deal-making businessman. He's got, we're now making deals. They're going to bring him, was it the latest with Jordan into the peace accords? I mean, it's unbelievable. He's doing all this stuff behind the scenes, and now, they're all going to be against Iran, and they're all going to be on our side. And if you get Red China and Russia to stay out of it, I mean, that's unbelievable, that by itself. Anyway, local politics. I mentioned a little while ago, in case you just joined us, that the Hollywood Trust Fund baby's temporary Senator Johnny Ossoff from Georgia has spent more on makeup than anybody else in the Democrat Party for makeup services by a woman who is very famous for doing the makeup for the Notebook movie and Hunger Games, stuff like that. He paid this girl, Stephanie Ponder, like almost $3,000 for makeup services since February.
A lot of pancake mix over there.
Yeah, little mix number 2 or whatever the hell. God, because they want to make their little Hollywood dimple boy look good. Anyway, Johnny Ossoff has spent so. And again, and the last line of the story, I'm not making this up. Liberal media figures praise the 39-year-old Ossoff's carefully managed on-camera presence and float him as a prospective 2028 presidential candidate. I mean, God, I hope they do. Boy, would I love to see that campaign, among the others. Now, speaking of campaign of idiots and weirdos and commies, James Carville I don't. I mean, I really disrespect him. I think he's a danger to America. I think he's vicious and hate-filled, and I think he's as responsible as anybody for turning society against each other. But once in a while, even that rubber-faced, hate-filled insurrectionist Carville says little Johnny and his weak-kneed, lily-livered pansy pals in the Democrat Socialist Communist Party are on the wrong side. Here's James Carville on what the Democrats are doing to themselves.
I'm going to read something to you, and I'm going to tell you why this is typical. A progressive House candidate who served in a battleground district in Michigan as long Democratic Party officials once said black U.S. political leaders are a pillar of the capitalist and pluralist American establishment. Yeah, Jim Clyburn is part of that. Yeah, you're right. That's exactly who Martin Luther King was. Yeah, you're right. That's who John Lewis was. And these people are paternalistic, and it's a bunch of overeducated little white turds who think they know more than other people know, and they know what's wrong. And they're going to go and then you got, they're talking about indicting Netanyahu. And that the problem is you have a candidate, a DSA candidate in New York saying we should be against interracial dating. Let me tell you something. These people, and these are to all my black friends and people like me, they think they know more than you do. They think their history is more glorious than yours. They think that Lenin was a more glorious human being than Martin Luther King or Frederick Douglass. That's what they really think. And if you know that, you don't know your history. And you should view these people with extreme skepticism, because they think they know what's better for you than you know what's better for you, and they think they know your history better than you know their history. This don't know what he's talking about.
James Carville.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, and by the way, who's that Senator Clavicle Calhoun or Clyburn from South Carolina? Yeah, he got them to have they're going to be the first Democrat primary in January. South Carolina's holding the Democrat primary in January. 3-4 months away.
New Hampshire does it.
Yeah,
so
but he's
South Carolina.
Well, no, they can't. But I'm saying the fix is going to be in. It was Clyburn who got Biden to get, and because they were going to vote Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders was going to win the primaries to be the Democratic nominee, and Clyburn made it possible by the super delegates to get rid of Vermont and go with Biden. Anyway,
if we have any Cajun listeners, if they could translate the first 30 seconds.
Yeah, I didn't understand
Carville.
what he was saying.
I didn't get a word of that.
Yeah, he's got the mobile mouth like this. He's.
But it's funny. He's talking like a conservative talks about Democrats that they think they know more than us.
Exactly. Isn't that funny how they flipped around? That's what we complain about them doing exactly what he's saying that they're doing about their own Democrats. Oh my God! And by the way, for the record, Carville also today I heard him say it in a different soundbite. He said the Democrats have to get together for some kind of an ID voting bill. He said everybody in America wants some kind of an ID voting. If it doesn't have to have 4 witnesses to your birth or anything, but someone's got to pass because otherwise you're going to kill yourselves. So even Carville is now saying get on board and get something passed for this, which is pretty freaking obvious. And by coming up in a couple of minutes here, by the way, we'll talk more about that freaking Mondami. He's got 3 or 4 things going against him now in New York City, showing that he's going to ruin the place. And he even started mocking wealthy New Yorkers about paying their fair share again, and mocked them, making a little joke about check your mailboxes, we're giving you a new bill to pay. What's he thinking? Anyway, it's all coming up. Kira Pete Flounders, 4:45 already. 404-741-1230. I don't know where the weather is where you are, but it's pretty nasty out there, so be careful. Flooded roads are possible. Anyway, Let It Rip Friday. Anything goes. Look out.
Every day, the border is a bigger story than the day before. And every day, we inch closer to opening it back up. That is, if we don't act. Extra 106.3 covers it without the spin, because this isn't a debate, it's a policy with consequences. Listen live or stream us anywhere on the Extra 106.3 app.
The summer's got you thinking about hitting the road, and with back to school right around the corner, you need a vehicle built for the road and safe enough for the family. And Subaru of Gwinnett has it for you. Like the 2026 Subaru Outback, which will take you as far as you want to explore with standard symmetrical all-wheel drive, plus up to 32 miles per gallon. And if you're up for adventure, it'll get you off the beaten path with up to 9.5 inches of ground clearance, more than the Honda CR-V or Toyota RAV4. Or the 2026 Subaru Forester, the SUV for all you love. It's the right size SUV for all the adventures ahead, with a spacious and comfortable interior for everyone you want to bring along. And no matter where adventure takes you, it starts on Satellite Boulevard in Duluth with the amazing staff at Subaru of Gwinnett. They'll help you find the Subaru that you'll love and be there every step of the way for everything you need. Start your shopping online at SubaruofGwinnett.com.
Your yard, it stresses you out between the watering, the seeding, the weeding, and mowing. And no matter what you do, you're never satisfied. Have you thought about artificial turf? It's low maintenance, it's pet friendly, and it looks amazing all year round. Those in the know use ATL Turf Go. ATL Turf Go is Atlanta's top choice for artificial grass installation. Let them build you a backyard of your dreams with a custom golf or putting green, outdoor kitchen or pool deck. They even specialize in custom concrete and stonework. They handle everything from design and grading to construction and drainage solutions. So whether it's residential lawns or recreational sports fields, ATL Turf Co. can build you a stress-free space you'll love. So say goodbye to mowing, maintenance, and your wasted weekends. Learn more and schedule your free in-home consultation today. Call ATL Turf Co. 678-403-2339. That's 678-403-2339. Or visit atlturfco.com.
Purple Wave Auction Box. Hey there, folks. If you're buying or selling equipment, ride the wave. Ride the wave. Purple Wave Auction makes it easy to sell. Easy to buy. Construction, ag, fleet, and government equipment. All no reserve. All online. All online. Cruise on over to purplewave.com and get in the groove today. Purplewave.com.
Hey Atlanta, it's Drake Baldwin here. When I won Rookie of the Year, I thought of everyone who helped me along the way. My friends, my family, and hot showers. That's why when something goes wrong, I call Superior Plumbing. Still locally owned, Superior has been serving Atlanta for over 40 years as the go-to plumber for leak repairs, toilet replacement, and water heater installation. They don't call them the honest one for no reason. Superior's team is my MVP. Remember, there's no job too small.
770-422 Plum.
All right, hold on now. Kimber, Pete, and Flounder, look out. Got a little Aretha. Some sad news on this day, though, in 1984, for the soul-singing queen. All right, sir. Aretha. Little respect for the lady. Every time I hear her or hear her name, I keep thinking of Blues Brothers and that diner. You know, just what a great deal that was. Sad news this day, 1984, the Reverend C.L.
whole chicken.
Yeah, and some dry white toast.
Dry white toast.
It's the Blues Brothers. Some idiot out there wants a whole Aretha Franklin. Her daddy was Reverend C.L. Franklin. He died on this day in 1984. He was an American Baptist minister as well as a civil rights activist. And in 1984, he passed away, but the Reverend Franklin had been in a coma for 5 years ever since burglars broke into his house and shot him in Detroit 5 years earlier in a coma. Good grief. Kimber, Pete, and Flounder. I'll have a little birthday here. Birthday list. Anna Paquin. Anna Paquin's 44 years old. I remember her from Fly Away Home. She played a little girl, and her daddy was the gay actor whose name will not come out of my head here. He did Newsroom.
Well, it doesn't matter who he is.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Anyway, Anna Paquin. Fly Away Home. She played a little girl, and she had one of those little personal airplanes. And he had a personal airplane, and she had a personal, and she led her geese or ducks, I guess Canada geese or something or other, to a new breeding ground. Anyway,
she's rogue.
She's very rogue. Yeah, Anna Paquin, 44.
Oh, no, she's rogue in the X-Men movie.
Oh, I was going to say she's an X-Men, Fly Away Home, True Blood, and also Anna Paquin, who's 44 today, was in the movie Piano when she was 11 and won the Oscar.
Yeah,
at 11 years old. Anna Paquin, 44 today, so congratulations. And in 1948, Marvin arrives on Earth. Marvin the Martian. Warner Brothers cartoon character Marvin the Martian was designed to be the complete opposite of Yosemite Sam, who was known for loud, quick-tempered speech not particularly dangerous. Marvin, on the other hand, was characterized as being a soft-spoken alien villain who actually was destructive and bent on destroying the Earth because it blocks his view of Venus. Marvin made his first appearance in the movie theaters on this day with the short film Hair Devil Hair, but his name was never uttered. It wasn't until the character became a merchandising character that he was given the name Marvin. Marvin is known for his catchphrase, "This makes me very, very angry."
The Illudium P-36 explosive space modulator.
Marvin has done battle with Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Porky Pig, and a later TV series aired from 2003 to 2005. Anyway, Marvin the Martian made his debut in 1948, of all things. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, how's it going? 404-741-1230, 741-1230. Just a quick thing about the Mondami, the commie in New York. He literally is mocking wealthy people in New York City. Says if he put out a social media tweet and he said, if you have a second home in New York City worth more than $5 million, check your mailbox when you're back in the 5 boroughs because you've got mail. Today, and then he continued, today we sent notification letters to property owners letting them know that our new pied-à-terre tax is coming soon. The best city in the world deserves the best parks, libraries, and schools in the world. That's only possible when we all pay our fair share.
No, blow me.
I mean, it's unbelievable. He's mocking them. I mean, check your mail. Oh, my God. How about stick it up your nose? How about that? People reacting. Never elect a politician who sees your money as a slush fund or uses French words like pied-à-terre to disguise taxes. Yep. Socialism, Florida's best real estate agent. New York's pied-à-terre tax hasn't been even started, and brokers are already saying owners are calling to sell their property. You're not taxing the rich, you're firing the working class depending on them. I mean, this is unbelievable. And then by the way, he also, remember, he was told by his lawyers, you can't arrest Bibi Netanyahu if he comes to New York City. The commie mayor also, wanted to arrest the president, prime minister of Israel, what do they call him, president? And his lawyer said, no, you can't do that. So then he publicly called on people to protest in the streets, to protest that he couldn't arrest the Jew. And now the police are saying, wait a minute, you want people to take to the streets and protest? What's the matter with you? Why are you doing this? It's just more anti-Jew, Jew-hating from a commie freaking leftist. I mean, it's unbelievable. And also, he didn't have much to say about the guy yelling Allahu Akbar while he stabbed a couple of people the other day. I mean, it's just, what a freaking nightmare. And they got
their own making. Of their own making.
Yeah, they did it. Again, they did the exit polls and asked people who they voted for, and the results from the people that did the exit polls say something like 90% of every young woman voted for Mondami. Overwhelmingly, like 90% of all the people, the exit polls, it was young women who 18, 22-year-old, thousands, millions of them.
Take away their vote.
Yeah, well, by the way, speaking of taking away things, Associated Press did a social media post with what kind of backfired on them because they complained that in Nepal, where a conservative culture leaves openly transgender people with few legal job options because the United States cut back on the USAID program trough for free money, the LGBTQ aid workers are now left jobless, and so they've turned to working as sex whores and tramps. The USAID-funded programs provided free condoms, lubricant, and HIV prevention medication. Then they were all cut out. When USAID funding was there, condoms were free, lubricant was distributed, but now it's gone. It's all gone. And so we were saying, no, wait a minute. Why is American taxpayer funding those programs anyway? Why would we? And so they're complaining that we took them away. Why would we? The issue was,
not our job to do that.
Why did we have them? I mean, my
the
God.
world needs ditch diggers too.
Yeah, we're funding employment for transgender Nepalese sex workers. I mean, this is real. I'm not making this up.
They've stolen our money.
Again, they form an NGO. It says, we help the people of Nepal. Well, that sounds like a good cause. And they give them $12 million, and that's the last we see of the $12 million. I mean, it's astounding.
How about if we want to help the people in Nepal, we put out a GoFundMe and say, if you'd like to help the people in Nepal, here's the cause.
There you are.
You can individually donate it.
Absolutely.
But you can't have the government at the point of a gun steal your money.
Somebody else's
and send
government.
it to something like that.
Yeah, not our government. For them, if government wants to steal their money and pay people to do that,
What's
fine.
our government stealing it from us and taking it over
That's
there?
what I'm saying. If Nepal wants to do it for their sex workers, have a blast. But you don't get us to do it. I mean, seriously.
They don't want us around until they want the money.
Unbelievable. By the way, it's really ugly rain and storms and stuff outside for most of the area around. I don't know where you are in particular, since you could be on the app, could be anywhere. But I vowed to try to give a couple of one-liners occasionally to kind of pep things up. We have Flounders Funny coming up here in a few seconds, but I will do it at a kind of an admission. I kind of tease myself about my weekend activities, but I could be in trouble because my girlfriend thinks I'm a stalker. Well, she's not exactly my girlfriend yet. She doesn't really know that she's my girlfriend. It's like, by the way,
wait a minute. What am I doing right now?
You're doing a spyglass.
Looking for a joke.
I got one right over here. But first,
my wife comes home with activities for us to do. She met a couple. She's like, you got to meet this couple. They invited us to their house for a dinner party. Now, in my head, I'm like, that sounds terrible. But I'm a married man. You got to act like you like this stuff sometimes. I got to go, oh, yeah. Well, Saturday night, my night off? Yeah, lots to go. All strangers? Everybody's going to be a stranger? So we get in the car, and she's promoting a couple. It's her couple. She's like, you're going to love these two. She's an interior designer. He's a stay-at-home dad. Huh? I didn't grow up with the stay-at-home dad culture. I come from an immigrant Italian family. Yeah. Italians don't do this. You rarely hear a woman go, no, Anthony's at home with the kids. Hasn't worked in years. He just loves watching Peppa Pig and going to the zoo with the kids.
Anthony Maniscalco. Sebastian Maniscalco. But sometimes when someone unexpected and things come into your life out of nowhere, that someone makes your heart race and changes you forever. We call those people cops. That's the one thing we don't try to, as we go along for our holy moly, it's Let It Rip Friday and anything goes. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, forget the weather. We're having all fun till 6 o'clock. Go Braves in Baltimore. More on that holy crap sports coming up. Look out.
The Morning Extra, Glenn Beck, Clay and Buck, and The Kimmer Show on WFOM and W292 EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station, Extra 106.3.
The U.S. and Iran still trading strikes. Lisa Brady, Fox News. But President Trump says he still prefers diplomacy.
The president has not made a decision, he says, on whether to resume major attacks on Iran following a collapse of a ceasefire.
We're locked and loaded. We're ready to go, but we're talking to them. So maybe there will be, maybe there won't be a tipping point.
Still, President Trump tells reporters he does not think Iran is yet ready to make a deal over ending its nuclear program and the war.
Despite what everyone says about the election, I'm not in a hurry. We have to do it right.
A Fox News poll finds a majority of voters oppose U.S. military action against Iran, and nearly 2/3 think the conflict will last at least a year.
Fox's Jared Halpern at the White House just getting reports of Saudi strikes in Yemen, where Iran-backed Houthi rebels attacked Saudi tankers in the Red Sea this week. Democrats make a key decision about their presidential calendar, proposing to stick with South Carolina as the leadoff primary in 2028.
The Democratic National Committee's Rules and Bylaws Committee co-chair, Minion Moore, made the announcement after the meeting.
As we stated earlier, the majority vote count was to be 25, and it appears that South Carolina has 26.
There were 19 votes for Nevada and 4 for New Hampshire, which will go third, followed by Michigan, then New Mexico, then Virginia. The full DNC will vote on this later in the summer. New Hampshire still has a state law requiring they hold the first primary in the nation, but the Democratic Party stripped the state of its delegates in 2024 over this rule, as South Carolina went first after a push from then-President Biden.
Fox's Jessica Rosenthal. So far, Republicans have kept the traditional lineup led by Iowa and New Hampshire. Paramount's mega merger with Warner Brothers Discovery now on hold until after a legal fight is over. A coalition of 12 states that sued say Paramount agreed to delay the closing until after the judge decides. America is listening to Fox News.
When it comes to supplements, 2 things matter most. A, that it works, and that you can trust it. Rather than just tell you about Relief Factor, we'll let our audience do that. We hear from people every single day whose lives have changed, and I want you to hear a few of their stories. Doug took Relief Factor for nearly a year before convincing his wife, a special needs teacher, to try it. She had been using assistance just to move through the long hallways at school. Now she's back on her feet every day and never had to leave the job that she loves. I remember when buttoning my shirt was almost impossible, but Relief Factor changed how I'm able to do it and the simple things again. And they make it really easy now for you to find out if you can be the next person that's telling us about Relief Factor and how it gave you your life back. 3 weeks, $17.76. Try it. ReliefFactor.com, 800-4RELIEF. You'll connect with their friendly local team, and they'll do everything they can to help. We hope you soon will be sharing your story with us as well. ReliefFactor.com.
Let's get it together, ladies. Left shoulder, right a blank. Ready on your dog target. Road guards out. Look out. It's only me. It's only the Kipper with Pete Davis and Flounder and you on 106.3. How's it going? 404-741-1230 is the number. 741-1230. Holy Crap at Sports is coming up. In fact, Pete, there's an update again on the latest on the Caitlin Clark and Sophie. Is it Sophie Cunningham? I get her name mixed up.
Yeah.
So are you going to mention any part of that coming up in sports at 5:15? Because there's an update on the link of it, of another person making a comment about it.
No, I'm not mentioning it.
Okay, I may tease a little something here later. Again, I just, every day there's. In fact, I heard the guys before us were just telling you now Sophie Cunningham represents a kind of shoes. She has a shoe endorsement contract, and apparently they're now all sold out.
She has an endorsement with Adidas, and her style shoe is pretty much sold out.
And they're all gone. Men's and women's issue of her shoe because of the publicity. I mean, that says a lot. That's kind of what America does, showing support
Stick to your guns. Stick to your principles.
Yeah.
To hell with anybody who disagrees with you.
And the cool thing is if you look, the WNBA is always bitching about not getting sponsorships and stuff like that. And look at the way she's presenting herself, and she's got 3 or 4 endorsements.
Yeah. And again, trying to make a black thing and a violent thing.
Even
and a race
Obama.
thing.
Did you see Obama went to see because you know how the WNBA All-Star Game is this weekend in Chicago.
In Chicago, yeah.
And Barack Obama came and visited her, and he even said, "Don't listen to all that noise."
Yeah, he's a scumbag.
I mean, again, but it just shows that the narrative is he's got to do the left-wing narrative is trash.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so we'll talk. There's an update and another reaction to that here coming up here shortly. Kim Repeat and Flounder. Also, let's see. Once again, shout out the last 2 nights in a row when I drive home from concert traffic. Wednesday from when we were doing the Shuck and Shack live show remote out there, and I drove home into concert traffic. And there's a police officer who recognizes my car, and when I drive home over the hump to get down toward
You
my
need to get
place,
his name or nickname or something like that. That way we can kind of give him a plug.
I know if I could stop, but I can't. I didn't really want to stop because it's concert traffic. So, but he and for the last 2 nights, he actually when he sees and hears my car coming, he actually stood at attention and saluted, and I saluted back. I mean, it just gave me a thrill. I can't made me feel good, and I appreciate it.
Maybe we should ask him out.
But no. But it was 2 nights in a row, and it's Kevin. It just makes me laugh. It just seems like a nice guy. And you know what? Honestly, I think about. I always wanted to be. I wanted to be a motorcycle cop when I was a kid. In fact, that's why I bought a Harley police motorcycle years ago. And I always wanted to be a cop, but I can't imagine. I'd be a terrible cop. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they do it. I mean, it's amazing. And they should all be making at least $100,000, and they should get a car. They should have a company car, a city car, and they should be able to get someone to help with rent so they can live where they work. I don't know. I mean, I've always felt that way about guys who do that for a living. Anyway, Kevin Pete and Flounder, how's it going? Oops, where was? A news story's breaking out here. Just a little thing about politics. Here we go. There's a new memo about President Cadaver Autopen's administration from his last days. Biden's administration, well, not him, because he didn't know what he's doing. His administration, whoever was running him, the puppet masters, tried to expand that temporary protected status, that TPS thing, to millions and millions more non-citizens at the last minute so Trump wouldn't be able to stop it. The population's experiencing a crisis, political unrest, disasters, stuff like that. That's what it's originally for. Well, he went to Donald Trump, stopped it, and they, has the right to send these people packing, so he went to court about it. Well, protected status is if the American people voted for Trump to end that scam, and the Biden people tried to subvert the will of the people by decree. The memo said granting TPS will protect vulnerable people from President-elect Trump's mass deportations. They'll likely hold in court, prepared to litigate for. It just went on and on and on. They never stopped. They did everything they could to get more illegals in here. And in fact, I had him print a story today about an airline flight attendant who's getting kicked out of the country because he's been here too long. And I thought to myself, wow, now here's what's going to happen. Here's what the Democrats are complaining about. They're saying that, well, someone who's been here for years and working and supporting a family and making a living and paying his taxes shouldn't have to be deported just because he's here illegally. Okay. And the example they're going to use is someone like this, Southwest Airlines flight attendant Lorenzo Thompson. He is a Jamaican citizen. He got arrested recently in Nashville. He came to America in 2021, and the visa expired in 2021. He's been here illegally for 5 years. And the Customs and ICE people are saying, we give illegal immigrants $2,600 and a free flight to go back home to self-deport. And when you self-deport, we'll give you a ticket, and we'll give you $2,600, and that means you can come back. If you self-deport, you can come back. Sign the book, and you're back. If you do not, and we catch you, you cannot come back. You'd think that'd be a pretty good incentive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he didn't do it for 5 years.
Yeah, because he don't care. He broke the law.
He didn't give it.
Criminal.
Yeah. He had a work visa, and he said, "Well, I know I'm here illegally," but he said he's trying to build a stable life, and now he's going to kick out. Well, then don't do it. Do it the right way. I mean, again, are we supposed to feel guilty because he's probably a nice guy? He's got a family, and so I feel bad that he's going to have to go back to Jamaica or something. But he blew it. He did it on his own.
He jumped ahead of people who are doing it the right way and been waiting for years to do it the right way and doing it correctly. He jumped ahead of them and got a job ahead of them.
Yeah. And by the way, when I go home at night, I listen to Jesse Kelly, and he's been big. I mean, he's been big, and saying he thinks the American people are mostly in effect with him, too. Everybody who is illegal should have to go home.
Right.
Guys like this who are working and they've been here, have a family, have been here for years, even though they're illegal, and they're, they seem like good people and everything else. Jesse Kelly is among the people saying everyone. And by the way, if that happens, if we get rid of like 15 million people.
It's more than that.
20, 30, 50 million. Again, it was only Biden let in 15 million just in 4 years. We're talking about all the people over all the years who are here illegally. Whether Biden did it or they sneaked in and just got to stay here for whatever. If they all left, can you imagine what's going to happen to our economy when everything is going to change, including the prices going down? Housing is going to be a whole different story. People getting jobs again, paying jobs and work. I mean, the whole world will change.
You can actually make a living building houses again.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. So anyway, I saw the story and said, well, this is a perfect example of what the hell is going to be going on here, but it's too damn bad.
Yeah, the Chamber of Commerce won't put up with it, and the Republicans won't put up with it because they're getting paid off to look the other way. The big business won't put up with it.
Too many rhinos. Yeah, too many rhinos. And they'll never support Donald Trump, especially the problem with those guys who got primaried out. Donald Trump went after a couple of, some congressmen and senators, and he won. Trump got him out. Well, now they're all voting no for no matter what just to get back at him. So that's, especially when senators do that, that's an issue. Anyway, and also in Long Island. By the way, I didn't know this. I'm kind of embarrassed, I will admit to this. I have a story here about Long Island residents are ticked off over now an all-boy Muslim boarding school is going to open up on a 13-acre waterfront property in Long Island. They used to have a Catholic seminary there, but it's a neighborhood, and now they're going to open up the Muslim group bought the property for $5 million. They're going to have a boarding school, Muslim boarding school, all boys, all Muslims in a residential neighborhood. And the property owners are saying, now, wait a minute. You can't just be showing up here. But again, it's more another example. The Muslim influence is spreading like crazy. All boys Muslim boarding school next to, $4 million homes on the waterfront stuff. And by the way, I found out that Long Island is not part of New York City. Long Island, the boroughs are on their own. New York City it has nothing to do with Long Island or the borough. I don't know if a lot of people understand that.
Well, Brooklyn and Queens are on Long Island. They're not part of New York. They got their own
government. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. But if you're in the boroughs, you are not part of New York City. You have your own. Sense. You don't. There's no mayor of Brooklyn, in other words.
Yeah, Staten Island separate.
Yeah, okay. It's really weird. But I really didn't know how that worked, to be honest with you. After all these silly years, I don't give a damn either. I hold everything. Holy crap! And sports is coming. With Kipper Pete and Flounder out here. Let it rip Friday. How you doing? Oh, yeah.
Extra 106.3 is Atlanta's home for NASCAR. And we have live races every weekend from across the country. Check out extra1063.com for the full schedule and join us this weekend for live NASCAR action.
Well, I had a little opportunity to go dig a little something out of safekeeping, thanks to Atlanta Safe House. Ready for you, by the way, to keep your stuff in safekeeping, which is why they call it the Safe House, Atlanta Safe House. Their location, Union Hill Road in Alpharetta. Got 500 of them up there. My first gun safe was a Browning decades ago. They got more Browning at Fort Knox than anybody in this part of the country. And since they have like literally 500 ready to go right now. And they, if whatever you're looking for to save paperwork or jewelry or hidden drawers and stuff, or smaller pistol safes or big tall gun safes, bows and arrows. I mean, paperwork like my, if I have any money left over, my kids now know where to find it. My living will, stuff like that's important. Real estate papers. I needed some family history papers and was able to find them recently. When I thought I lost my my driver's license or my wallet and all this stuff, I had copies in the safe to keep safekeeping. Also to keep away from burglars and fire and flood. And the story there. Keeping it safe and sound. Sales and rebates and specials all the time with so many safes ready to go. AtlantaSafehouse.com.
For generations, drivers across Atlanta have turned to Jim Ellis Chevrolet for a better car buying experience. Why?
Because at Jim Ellis Chevrolet, it's about more than selling vehicles. It's about taking care of their customers.
Whether you're searching for a rugged Silverado, a family-friendly Equinox, a sporty Blazer, or one of Chevrolet's innovative electric vehicles,
Jim Ellis Chevrolet offers the selection you're looking for with a professional, no-pressure environment where your time is respected and your needs come first.
Finding your next Chevy has never been easier with the Jim Ellis Expressway. You can shop online, value your trade, explore payment options, and save time at the dealership.
When you're ready to drive home in a new Chevrolet, trust the dealership that's been serving Atlanta drivers for decades. Visit JimEllisChevrolet.com or stop by Jim Ellis Chevrolet on Peachtree Boulevard, just inside the perimeter. Jim Ellis Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Jim Ellis, expect the Georgia summers are known for heat, and sometimes it's the humidity that makes your home uncomfortable. With all the rain we've had lately, excess moisture can build up inside your home, leaving it feeling sticky and muggy, even when your air conditioning is running. That's why Central Heating and Air Conditioning recommends whole house dehumidifiers. It works with your HVAC system to remove excess moisture throughout your home, helping improve comfort, reduce musty odors, and create a healthier indoor environment. And if it's time for a new system, now's a great time to upgrade. Qualified homeowners can receive up to $1,700 in rebates and up to 60 months 0% financing with approved credit. Since 1947, Georgia families have trusted Central Heating and Air Conditioning for dependable comfort. Call 770-GET-HEAT. That's 770-GET-HEAT. Or go to centralheat.com. Centralheat.com. Turn to your Atlanta Carrier experts. Central Heating and Air Conditioning, delivering carrier comfort for the world we share.
We're smart, we care. We're Central Heating and Air.
Calling all contractors. Stovall & Company Wholesale Landscape Supply is here for you.
We've been family owned and operated for more than 75 years, and we just opened our 11th location in Canton, Georgia.
We are proud to provide all your wholesale irrigation, nursery, and landscape supply needs.
We are partnered with Keystone Hardscape to offer a wide variety of products to enhance any outdoor living space.
Here at Stovall, we have it all. Check us out at StovallInc.com or visit any of our convenient locations throughout North Georgia.
Hey, it's Front Office Lowe's for Howard Brothers and Ventrac. Some projects need more than a mower. They need Ventrac. From mowing steep slopes to clearing brush, edging, blowing, trenching, you name it, Ventrac's built to power through it all. With over 30 changeable attachments, Ventrac gives you the flexibility to adapt to the work, letting you take on jobs that ordinary equipment can't. See what Ventrac can do for your projects. Call Howard Brothers or visit howardbrothers.com and schedule your demo today.
The headlines move on, but the heartbreak and terror do not. Iran and terrorist proxies continue to target Israel. Hezbollah continues to attack in the north, forcing families to live under constant threat and in shelters. But Israel is not only defending her people, she's standing on the front lines against terror that threatens all of us. Even when the news crews leave, the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews is still there every day on the ground, providing life-saving aid. Near Israel's borders with Lebanon, a Hezbollah drone recently struck the home of Yelena. She was widowed earlier this year. Leaving her alone, she was trapped inside by the blast. Thankfully, she wasn't injured, but she remains displaced. It's hard these days, she told one volunteers for IFCJ, but I don't want to leave. As Christians, we're called to stand with God's people and pray for those defending Israel and protecting the freedoms we hold dear. Join the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews in praying for the peace of Jerusalem and for the soldiers, families, and civilians carrying the burden of this fight. Right now, prayifcj.org. That's prayifcj.org.
You know, I messed up the senior citizens trivia game last night on the question, where do women mostly have curly hair? Apparently the correct answer is Africa. You know, what the hell? It's my first, anyway. Kimber FIFA, head down. Holy crap, it's sports with Pete Davis.
Braves begin a 3-game series in Baltimore tonight. The 6-4 Grant Hayholmes and his 3.70 earned run average for us. Left-hander Trevor Rogers with a record of 6-7, a 4.28 ERA for the O's. Drake Baldwin leading off as a designated hitter. Eli White in right. Joey Bart catching. Jorge Mateo at shortstop. Ronald Acuna Jr. not back yet. Maybe tomorrow. Braves with a 4.5-game lead over Philly. The Orioles in 4th place in the American League East, 9.5 games behind Tampa Bay.
Ooh.
A Tyler Kinley attempt at a major league pitch yesterday is being called by some on the interwebs as maybe the worst 0-2 pitch ever thrown. A batting practice something he tossed up there that Ty France deposited over the wall. Kinley's ERA is 4.54, and he's pitching like he's still pitching in Colorado. He was great when he first got here, but I think it's time to move on.
All right, sir.
A much-anticipated weekend in Cooperstown as Braves center fielder Andrew Jones enters the Hall of Fame. If you've never been to the Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, New York, doesn't matter what time of year you go, it's just beautiful.
And enjoy that whole part of the country. We always say this.
Gorgeous.
The mountain, the Adirondack, James
Lakes.
Fenimore Cooper, Leatherstocking Tail. All that whole area up there is wonderful. Catskill, the Headless Horseman, the whole thing is a great place to visit.
Just one thing. Yeah, drive up to Sleepy Hollow in Terrytown, go up the Hudson River, and then cross the Tappan Zee, and then head west. It's great.
I've done Harley ride up that area. Yeah.
And by the way, just one bit of advice.
Yeah, go ahead.
When you go to the diner there in Cooperstown, don't ask for grits. Just saying.
Yeah.
Two other former players, Giants second baseman Jeff Kent, who belongs because of his offense, but not for defense, and certainly not for his surliness, and Mets outfitter Carlos Beltran are inducted. 60 of the 77 living Hall of Famers will be the most Hall of Famers ever at any one place.
Really?
The
Wow.
total number of electees now number how many?
Total number of members in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
Since the beginning? Wow.
No, from last week. Yes.
Well, 200.
Higher.
Really? 304.
354.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Prediction market, Kalshi predicting that Tigers ace Tarek Skubal will be traded to the Dodgers. What a shock.
God, please.
A 28% chance of him going to L.A., a 20% chance of Skubal staying in Detroit, and a 14% chance of both the Braves and Brewers getting him.
Well, let's go get him. How about that?
How about not selling the farm for a guy who's already had one arm surgery?
Well, I was going to say about his health. How's he doing? Is he holding up, or
there's three
too
major
dangerous?
kids coming up?
Yeah,
and I think they're all at Rome right now or
Yeah.
close.
All right.
I don't want to see any of them go for this guy.
Yeah, no, I don't want to do that.
So, amazingly, Tigers second baseman Lou Whitaker is still not in the Hall. His double play mate Alan Trammell is. Here are some other players not in. Let's give a thumbs up or thumbs down. Kurt Schilling, yay or nay?
I don't know his overall record. He's been a hero in the World Series, a couple stuff like that, but I don't know if that's a career. I don't know.
One of the great pressure pitchers of all time.
I would say, yeah. I would say yes, just for his heroics. Yeah.
Probably not there because of his politics and social media rants.
That's the other thing.
Bobby Grich, Orioles and Angels second baseman.
Oh, I remember the name. I don't remember him as being an all-star.
No, he doesn't
guy.
belong.
Yeah,
No.
Not really.
Rick Russell, pitcher for several teams, Cubs mainly, I remember.
I was the year that I covered the Cubs. It was '84, I think. They traded for him and they left him off the playoff calendar or whatever it was. And I did an interview with him, and he was very unhappy about it.
Yeah, I don't think he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah,
Kenny
no.
Lofton, no. Hell no, not Kenny Lofton.
No,
Could have been, but his attitude.
Yeah.
Kevin Brown, great pitcher in his day. Have to look at his stats. Don't think he was great long enough, though, for the Marlins
Boy,
and
when
Dodgers.
he had a couple of years, though, you couldn't hit him.
No one could hit him.
Yeah.
Dwight Evans, Red Sox right fielder.
Oh,
Should be
man,
in for
that's
his defense.
a great question.
Yeah, you can make an argument for him.
Yeah, you could make an argument, I think.
Luis Tiant, pitcher with 1,000 motions. Just for entertainment.
Turn your back on the batter and spin around, baby.
Red Sox, Twins, all bunch of teams. Yes, he should be in there.
I wonder how come nobody that I can remember has actually copied that kind of real different, twisted
Gene Garber.
delivery.
Gene Garber did something similar.
Yeah, I've forgotten about him. But I'm still kind of amazed that it hasn't. Well, it's be too hard to do. You'd have to be really.
And finally, actually, Tommy John, no, even though the surgery is very important, but no, his surgery should be in, but not him.
Yeah.
And Keith Hernandez, the hall isn't big enough for that guy's head.
Well, he was on Seinfeld and was out with Julian Louis-Dreyfus, so
He was very good.
Yeah.
They can make an argument, but I wouldn't put him in.
No,
there,
I don't think so.
Who would you rather have at your party? Shohei Ohtani and Freddie Freeman, or Mookie Betts and Kiki Hernandez?
I would go with the first two, Shohei and our buddy.
Shohei and Freddie?
And Freddie, yeah.
99% of humanity would pick them.
Yeah.
And that's who showed up in Washington, D.C. yesterday as President Donald Trump welcomed the world champion Dodgers to the White House for the second year in a row. Mookie and Kiki boycotted the event.
Yeah, please.
Poor babies.
Yeah.
And just like when he was here in Cobb County Wednesday, the president took the opportunity to take a shot at the Mets, saying they're always rebuilding.
Yeah.
Kansas City catcher Salvador Perez is jokingly asking the police to let a man go from custody. Was he wanted by ICE? Is he an illegal? No. His crime is he jumped into the water fountain in Royal Stadium to get Salvi's home run that broke George Brett's team record.
Oh, are you serious? But
they arrested him.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Anyway, you can always count on Congress not to do anything. The federal bill aimed at reshaping how college sports are governed, not expected to be put to a full vote in the U.S. Senate before Congress takes its August recess. What are they, French? The Protect College Sports Act, 100-plus page piece of legislation, would create antitrust exemption for the NCAA, mistake, to enforce spending caps, transfer rules, and eligibility limits, voted out of the Senate Commerce Committee in June. They hope to get through the full Senate by the end of the summer, but it's not going to happen there. Unbelievable.
Yeah, that's no
41-year-old LeBron James has chosen Philadelphia?
Yeah. Well,
how can he live on just $8 million a year? He made 50 plus last year.
I don't get why he's still eating.
He's 41 now. He needs to start
41.
saving for retirement.
Yeah, you'd think. You know, care about his family. Damn.
When asked to comment today, President Trump said, quote, Michael Jordan's a guy that's a friend of mine. I played golf with him. He's a really good guy, and I think LeBron is. Maybe he's a racist, but maybe he doesn't like Trump. I don't know, but I only like people that like me. So I would say Michael Jordan all the way, end quote. How's that for a Friday news?
Maybe he's a racist. Who knows?
Maybe he's a racist.
Of course he's a racist.
Talking about himself in the third person. Oh, my God.
The Donald.
Now, moving on to stories we actually care about.
Yes.
NFL news. CBS NFL analyst and former Cowboys quarterback Tony Romo, and not a good mugshot, even though he's smiling, arrested suspicion of operating a vehicle while under the influence. He performed poorly on field sobriety tests after getting stopped while driving south on Interstate 43 near Milwaukee yesterday. He has a court appearance September 21st. 46-year-old has been the lead game analyst for NFL coverage for CBS since 2017. CBS, no comment. Amazingly, Romo remains the Cowboys franchise leader in career touchdown passes with 248. Not Staubach.
I can't believe that.
Yeah. He was
holy,
so
and Dan Meredith.
long.
Oh, my God. Staubach, too. Holy cow.
Yeah. As predicted here and everywhere, the Ravens have waived rookie quarterback Diego Pavia. And what's worse, they did it to make room for a veteran center. The Ravens signed Pavia as an undrafted free agent in April. He became the first Heisman Trophy finalist in 12 years to go undrafted. He's also the first Heisman Trophy finalist, the runner-up even, to post a photo on Instagram with the caption, F all the voters, along with a thumbs-down emoji on social media. The 24-year-old later apologized. With Pavia waived, the Ravens still have 4 quarterbacks on their roster. More World Cup fallout. The new German coach says, if you don't treat me nice, I'm going to quit. This is at his introductory news conference. The last German coach quit after they got bounced in the tournament by Paraguay, a team that had lost to the U.S. team. How embarrassing. Jurgen Klopp says if the German media starts harassing his family, he's going to walk right out that door and not look back. The next World Cup in 4 years is going to be held in Spain, Portugal, and Morocco. And just what Spain needs, a home field advantage. Gee, guess who my money's going on in 4 years?
Yeah, defending champs,
So what American city, by far, watched the most World Cup games on television?
Oh, boy. What's a soccer city?
Claims to be the soccer city in America.
Wow.
Seattle?
That's a great question.
Nope. Not Seattle.
Like Portland or someplace like that?
No.
Chicago.
Kansas City.
Oh, yeah, KC.
Kansas City? I'll be damned. Really? Wow.
Not even close. Followed by Boston, Austin, San Francisco, Dallas, San Diego, Atlanta, 7th on the list.
No kidding. Wow.
Yeah, head of
no
LA
idea.
even.
Huh.
Pickleball is exploding, but there's a civil war going on in pickleball.
Yep.
Seems a pro pickleball player, yes, Virginia, there's such a thing, was seen wearing a bucket hat during a tournament.
Uh-oh. Is that bad?
Do you know what a bucket hat is?
Yeah, it's like a floppy golf hat, yeah.
I'm wearing one right now.
Fishermen wear them, yeah. They're floppy hats, yeah.
The interwebs went nuts, saying bucket hats don't belong in any sporting event. Well, I'm wearing one right now. I love it. Are they sexy? No. Are they sporty? No. Do they do the job of blocking the sun, keeping the rain off your head? Damn Skippy, they do.
Yep.
I am on Team Bucket Hat.
There you go. Plus, who cares? I mean, what's the difference? Yeah, unbelievable.
I know. It's people just argue about anything.
Silly.
Ex-ESPN loudmouth Emmanuel Acho is claiming newly fired Ryan Clark made the show NFL Live, that it was nothing before him. So former NFL Live host Trey Wingo fired back with facts and stats. First of all, the show began when Clark was in high school. At its height with Wingo, it averaged over 688,000 viewers. Last year, when race baiter Ryan Clark thought he was the star, NFL Live averaged 440,000.
Oh,
I'm no mathematician. I'd say that's over 440,000 less viewers.
Yeah.
And finally, here's a golden oldie from Jeopardy when the real host, Alex Trebek, was still with us and people still watched the show.
True.
This showcases the 3 contestants' deep knowledge, or lack of knowledge, of football.
Aha. Okay. What?
Jeopardy.
Jeopardy. Question.
Football 200. Your choice. Do or don't name this play in which the quarterback runs the ball and can choose to pitch it to another back. It's an option play. Ryan?
Football, 400.
I can tell you guys are big football fans.
Yeah.
Tom Landry perfected the shotgun formation with this team.
Crickets.
Oh, my God.
Dallas Cowboys. Do you think we should go to commercial?
Take it up to 600.
Okay, by signaling for one of these, a returner can reel in a kick without fear of getting tackled.
They don't know fair catch. Oh, my God.
Fair catch?
Oh, my God.
2 clues left, Ryan.
800.
These penalties are simultaneous violations by the offense and defense that cancel each other out. And they are called offsetting penalties. Let's look at the $1,000 clue just for the fun of it. Jimmy?
As Minneapolis' U.S. Bank Stadium prepares to host Super Bowl 52, I'm looking at the Ring of Honor with names from this defensive line that took the Vikings to 4 Super Bowls.
The purple.
If you guys ring in and get this one, I will die. Who are the purple people eaters? We're going to take a break.
Unbelievable. Holy cow.
Unbelievable. Yeah. All three, I'm just sitting there like deer in the headlights.
Oh, mercy. Well, I bet they were good at math in school, though, you know. Anyway, I thank you, Pete Davis, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder on 106.3. Here we go. Happy your Friday.
Get the latest breaking news and insight from the biggest conservative voices in the South when you follow Extra 106.3 across all your social media platforms. Find us on Facebook, X, Instagram, and YouTube at Extra 106.3.
America! Chuck, yeah! Chuck and Shack Oyster Bar is celebrating the red, white, and blues all summer long with our America 250 summer menu. We're talking Cyclone char-grilled oysters, Route 66 smash burgers, crab meat boardwalk fries, and USA-inspired cocktails. Raise a glass and cheers to 250 years of the US of A at Shuck and Shack Oyster Bar. Locally owned in downtown Alpharetta and Cumming, across from the collection. Find your location and details at theshuckandshack.com.
What a season. The boys are giving us plenty to celebrate, but if you've celebrated a little too hard after a win and ended up in jail, you need A Second Chance bail bonds. We handle bonds from the stadium to the city, and in most cases, we can have you or your loved one out in a matter of hours. A Second Chance. It's better to know us and not need us than need us and not know us. Call A Second Chance 24/7 at 404-BAIL-OUT. That's 404-BAIL-OUT. Or online at atlbail.com.
Hey, it's a Kimmer. How's it going? Think about everything your home's done for you over the years and where you've celebrated milestones, welcomed friends and family, built a lifetime of memories. Maybe your home has earned an upgrade. How about Jeff Shea and the team at Peach State Windows installing beautiful fiberglass French entry doors for just $69.85? Plus, how about a lifetime warranty and 0% financing for 12 months? 770-485-8011. PeachStateWindows.com. Peach State Windows. Your home has earned it.
It's Toyota's Big One sales event at Marietta Toyota now through August 3rd. And if you commute every day, the 2026 Toyota Camry may be the one to see first. It's now all hybrid with up to 53 miles per gallon city, an easy way to cut fuel stops without giving up comfort. And with 50 Camrys in stock, Marietta Toyota has the selection to help you find the trim and color you actually want. Every new Toyota includes our nationwide lifetime powertrain warranty, limited time, and unlimited mileage for as long as you own it. And we've been voted Best of Cobb for 2026, Best New Car Dealership, and Best Service Center. For well-qualified buyers, special financing is available on the new 2026 Camry Hybrid. As low as 4.99% APR for 48 months through August 3rd. Visit us on Cobb Parkway South, just north of Truist Stadium. Marietta Toyota, since 1975. We've been here and will be here for you.
4.99% APR for 48 months with approved credit through Southeast Toyota Finance. Not all buyers qualify. Offer ends 8/3/2026. See dealer for details. All prices exclude tax, tag, and title, and include $699 dock fee and $257 electronic tag fee.
It's 2 a.m. and everyone is asleep, except for the potential intruder walking up your driveway. This is Matt Harvey with Alert 360 Security, and we stop criminals in their tracks with our floodlight video surveillance cameras. Our floodlight surveillance cameras notify you of activity, activate flashing lights, and verbally inform any potential intruders that they are being recorded. Stop break-ins before they occur with Alert 360 Security. Visit us on the web at alert360atlanta.com.
Identity theft can cost more than you think. Drained investment accounts, stolen tax returns, lost wages, expenses for lawyers. It's a lot. That's why LifeLock is backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, which covers up to $1 million for stolen funds, fees, and experts and lawyers, and out-of-pocket expenses. Don't face the burden of identity theft alone. Protect your future and finances with LifeLock. Join now. Save up to 30% off your first year with promo code BECK at LifeLock.com. 1-800-LifeLock, promo code BECK, LifeLock.com. Terms to apply.
Dun, dun. I used to like this song a lot. You could have kind. 1976, Elton John and Kiki D. It was Elton John's first British #1 single. With Kiki D, Don't Go Breaking My Heart, the first one after he'd had 16 other top 40 hits by 1976. Elton John wrote it with Bernie Taupin under the pseudonym Ann Orson and Carte Blanche. John met Kiki D when she was working as a backup singer. Elton John would later re-record the song with RuPaul for his 93 album Duets. Elton John. Anyway, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, happy Letter Rip Friday. I don't know if it's storming still where you are. It's been kind of ugly all day, and it's supposed to be for part of the night as well, too, and could be a kind of a nasty weekend. We will keep you posted. Some sports birthdays here, Pete Davis. Rick Fox is 57, retired NBA player, former Mr. Vanessa Williams, whose birthday, as I recall, was our anniversary of her getting giving up her crown was yesterday. Rick Fox, 57. Barry Bonds, the steroid cheater and Hall of Fame candidate, perennially, I guess, Barry Bonds, 62. And Karl Malone, 63. Utah Jazz legend, third all-time for most points in a career, unlike true scoring legend Wilt Chamberlain, it says here. LeBron James holds the all-time record with more than 43,000 points. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, 38,000. Malone, 36,000. But if we're talking lovers, it's Wilt Chamberlain all the way. That's what they say here. Okay, dokie. And let's see. Oh, you remember this, Pete? In 1993, 3 baseball fans were hurt at Dodger Stadium when New York Mets outfielder Vince Coleman threw a firecracker that was equivalent of a quarter stick of dynamite into the crowd. 3 people were hurt. He got off with a small fine and 200 hours of community service. Vince Coleman. And let's see. We're going to play some Bob Dylan for you later, but in the meantime, before that, it was on this day in 1965. Oh, my God. I think this was the year after I hitchhiked with Dave Whittlesey, my prep school friend of mine. We hitchhiked to the Newport Folk Festival in 1964. In 1965, on this very day, Bob Dylan, renowned for his acoustic folk music, plugs in and goes electric. The Newport Folk Festival went nuts, booing, jeering. Pete Seeger said at the time, if I had an axe, I'd cut that cable right now. Controversy why the crowd was booing. Some said it was because he had gone electric. Others contend it was because the set was too short. Bob Dylan only played for 15 minutes, but he had several instrument changes, and he only managed to play 3 songs. So after 3 songs, he left. I don't know. He went electric.
Very open-minded for the liberal Pete Seeger there, Mr. Commie.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he should,
You need to see that movie. You need to see that movie.
I've got it.
You would like it.
Unknown or Unforgiven, or what the hell was it? Nobody knows him. What the hell was it? Something like Unknown, Almost Unknown, Unknown Somebody, or something like that. Yeah, I've got
a
it.
title because it's hard.
Yeah,
it's a lyric from the song.
Why would you
a complete unknown?
A complete unknown. But why would they even have a clue to what it might be about? It might be,
if you know his songs, that's a famous lyric.
I know. It's true. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, how's it going? 404-741-1230, 741-1230. And let's see. I got a comment the other day. As you know, on weekends, my activity is I go to the stable where I used to have Jack the Good Boy, and I play with the other people's horses and give them all treats and play with the stable kitty cats. Well, and I put the videos on Facebook and YouTube, and this is the kind of reaction that I get occasionally. This is from Todd Mann. Todd Mann says, "Hey, Kimmer, Your videos have taught me a lot about horses. I think when I get older and closer to death, I might go start seeing horses too. Golly, thanks, Todd. Jeez. Wow.
Damn. Shots fired. 1 out of 12. See the man.
That's all good. That's not to worry.
Corner of hate in Asbury.
Oh, mercy. Anyway, Kim, repeat, and Flounder, 404-741-1230, 741-1230. Just quickly, there's the case going around. We haven't said much about it because it makes me mad even to talk about it. The case of that teenage kid named Wells. What's his name? I got it here. Nolan Wells, 18 years old, a football player, a tough, strong football player who happens to be black. He was at an outing. He's from a Mississippi teenager. They were doing a boat trip to Horn Island, a barrier island off Mississippi's Gulf Coast. He was with his friends, the white people teenagers, okay? And so they're on the boat. The boat started leaking. He went back to shore, and there was, the people wanted to leave on the boat, and they said, come on, you got to get on the boat here, Nolan. And he said, no, it's okay. I'll stay here and talk to this girl. Well, when he talked to the girl, and then they complained that he disappeared and no one knew what happened to him, and then he turned up dead in the water. He was found. And so the family hired this lawyer. You may have heard his name before, Ben Crump. Ben Crump. Ben Crump is the guy who was involved with everything from George Floyd to Trayvon Martin and all those other racist cases where he is in it for the money. And so this guy Crumpus now he did a separate autopsy, and he's flown experts in to complain about it and see if there's covering up something because it was a black kid with white teenagers, and that's what his family said. His family said, well, there's something fishy because they said he was fully clothed, and then he had his shirt off, and he had a mark on his neck, and so it's obviously with these white kids, and they're saying, now wait a minute, and because of the people screaming and yelling about it, the FBI is investigating death threats. Death threats to not only those other white people, but their families. I mean, it's unbelievable. You make threats against the police investigating as well. And it's all been stirred up because of false information about what happened to the black teenager with his white teenage friends. The Mississippi governor, Republican Tate Reeves, said attorney Ben Crump and Al Sharpton are responsible for inciting the racist threats. They're to blame for the threats. They're stoking division for personal gain. It's sad to see, but not unexpected. This is how they built their careers. Ben Crump and Al Sharpton. And they're investigating to see, what they can do about it, all these threats. And by the way, the girl that they said was left behind to talk to them says, well, yeah, we split up. I went back with my friends. I didn't stay with him. And so now this guy Crump is saying, well, they said he didn't get on the boat. Then somebody got on some boat. Which is it? And he's now just stirring up everything. God, I hate this. This is George Floyd all over again. Thank God it's not working. I don't see a lot of public demonstrations in cities around the country. Thank God.
What? Why don't we just wait and get the facts?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying.
See if it was something bad or not something bad. I don't understand.
Ben Crump.
It's the lawyers.
Because the family immediately got him because he gets publicity. And when he shows up and they had news conferences and he shows up at the podium and all of a sudden it's the GoFundMe and they're getting the people involved and they got to hire an investigator. I mean, it's unbelievable. Mm-hmm. And thank God the public's not falling for it. This is a racist scam. A kid died. Gee, that's too bad. They haven't even got the coroner office says, well, there's a little mark on his neck, but it could have been anything. It doesn't even know where it happened. And there's no evidence that he was killed. It's just, but
that's no evidence as of right now. There's no evidence.
Yeah, well, they have time to get some. Yeah, they have time to get some. One more quick thing here. I'd rather end on this segment on a good note. There was a story some time ago in New York City. A Queens man was dragging 2 dogs by leashes behind as he drove his car through Long Island. And some people said, oh, my God, I can't believe this. The dogs were obviously been bumped around. I mean, it was like a horrible torture joke. And the dogs were Marley and Miss Noogie, and their names are really Marzipan and Nougat. And they were taken to a special ASPCA rescue team that works on taking care of dogs who were particularly hurt and been rescued by the police, rescued by NYPD. The guy got caught. He faces a year in jail, and he was dragging these dogs, and the dogs were taken care of. They use helper dogs dogs at this kennel and teach them about touch training, and the dogs are better, they're fine, and they're getting their forever homes. And they're going to make it.
Well, how about doing to him what they did to that guy in Game of Thrones?
Yeah, drag him behind the car, yeah.
Let his dogs eat him.
Well, even better. Although his dogs are, nice dogs. Unfortunately,
we need a dire wolf.
We need to get. Yeah, there you go. A big canoe. What are those big canoe dogs or canoe rescue? What the hell?
Cane Corso.
Yeah, Corsos. Yeah, there you go. All right, Caribbean Flounder. Almost done. Look out. Here we go. Look out.
Your favorite Extra shows are streaming live video from the studio on Extra 106.3's YouTube channel. Subscribe to the Extra YouTube channel and get the Morning Extra and the Kimmer Show in live digital video.
Your yard, it stresses you out. Between the watering, the seeding, the weeding, and mowing. And no matter what you do, you're never satisfied. Have you thought about artificial turf? It's low maintenance, pet friendly, and looks amazing all year round. ATL Turf Co. is Atlanta's top choice for artificial grass installation. Let them build you a custom golf or putting green, outdoor kitchen, or pool deck. They even specialize in custom concrete and stonework. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at atlturfco.com. That's atlturfco.com.
Hey, I'm Tom.
And I'm Jerry.
And we are
Tom and Jerry's Roofing.
Yes, that's our real names.
And together, we have 70 years in the roofing industry. But taking care of you and your home is our priority and our passion.
But our other passion is taking care of veterans, and that's why every roof we do gives back to the vets.
That's right, Tom. First, we take care of your roof, and then we take care of the brave men and women who protect us.
So if you have roofing issues, from repairs to replacement, call Tom and Jerry's Roofing and help us give back to America's heroes.
Find us at tomandjerrysroofing.com.
That's tomandjerrysroofing.com.
I'm 8th generation watermelon farmer and NASCAR driver Ross Chastain. A smart melon will tell you that speeding should be left on the track. Even though my friends and I make race day exciting, speeding on our roads and highways is always dangerous. And just one mistake behind the wheel can come at a terrible cost. So leave the speed to a racing professional like me, because that's using your melon.
Sponsored by the Governor's Office of Highway Safety.
This is Tom, the honest car guy. I'm here with Ron, and I'll let Ron tell you a little bit about his experience with us, and not only that, but the differences between a new car dealership and the honest car guy, because there is a difference, with no doc fees and no addendums. It's kind of straightforward. They get to see what we pay for the car, and that's not something you get at a dealership.
Usually we're back and forth, and then you get like 1,400 pages of paper. And in this case, we did it all online. I mean, it was like, okay, I don't mind doing paperwork once I know that this is the deal.
And you got to see the financing, the numbers
to see all of it
before you even bought it. You can make that call, and within hours, we can find you the car you want from your home. I mean, I had a customer call me and say, hey, I bought a car in my pajamas.
If I'd had some, I'd have been wearing them.
Friends, if you're in the market for a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, get an honest car buy from the Honest Car Guy. You pay what we pay, plus an honest fee, and we back that up by giving you the bill of sale. That's our transparency guarantee. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME, the number 1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
Hey, what's up? It's Drake Baldwin here to talk about my personal Rookie of the Year, Superior Plumbing. They say you can't be Rookie of the Year more than once, but Superior has been proving themselves for over 40 years as the GOAT of plumbing. Whenever I need a leak repaired, toilet replaced, or water heater, I call Superior Plumbing, and you should too. They handle each job with care and honesty. For Superior, there's no job too small.
For Superior, the honest one, call 770-422 Plum.
Yeah. Look out.
I know you like this version
I
better.
like this. What a nice thing for Flounder to do other than the Bob Dylan version. I love the Byrds version of the big hit 1965. Byrds #1 in Britain with their version of Bob Dylan's Mr. Tambourine Man. The first Bob Dylan song to reach #1. That's amazing. The first Bob Dylan song to reach #1, 1965. The Byrds' recording of the song was influential in initiating the musical subgenre of folk rock, and it led many contemporary bands to mimic its fusion of jangly guitars and intellectual lyrics. Well, that's a good point. I really thought about that. But I'm also amazed the first Bob Dylan song to reach #1 was Mr. Tambourine Man. I'm just kind of surprised. Cool. All right, sir. A couple of birthdays here for you. Kim Repeat and Flounder. Michael Richards, Kramer on Seinfeld, is 77. Robert Hayes, Ted Stryker in Airplane. Robert Hayes is 79. Chris Sarandon is 84. Prince Humperdinck in The Princess Bride. Jack Skellington in A Nightmare Before Christmas. Vampire Jerry Dandridge in the original Fright Night. And Susan Sarandon's ex-husband. They were married for 12 years from 1967. Chris Sarandon is 84 today. There you go. And Elizabeth Moss, 44 years old. She was married to Fred Armisen. Fred Armisen was the guy from Portlandia who was on SNL stuff. He's a comedian, really weird. The marriage lasted 8 months. 8 months. And when they split up, they asked her what happened. She said, he was horrible. He was awful. He's a fake personality. She just unloaded on him. 8-month-long marriage. Jeez. And Kristen Chenoweth, that naughty little blonde, she played the media consultant in West Wing. She was in Wicked and a bunch of things. She just got married. Kristen Chenoweth is 58. Her husband is 14 years younger. So good for her. Anyway. By the way, a showbiz thing in case you joined us earlier today mentioned that John Bon Jovi had to quit his show at Madison Square Garden last night. Couldn't get through the set. John Bon Jovi is 64. He was playing night 8 of his 9-show residency at Madison Square Garden, part of his Forever tour, but he had to stop the show. He was singing Living on a Prayer, and he said, I'm sorry, I'm hurt, and you're not getting the best of me. He said, don't throw away your ticket stubs. I'm going to figure something out. I just hold on to it. We'll figure out how to reschedule. And he walked off the stage, said, I'm going to have to cool it for the night. I feel great. But he had to leave. He told fans he'd had a sinus infection. And I don't know. Anyway, so I guess he's, alive.
40 years?
Yeah. Anyway.
You're one story away from completing the Triple Crown.
Well, you mean about the internet going down? What have I left? I got
No. That was my story. You had one story that was yours left.
I did the Nolan Wells case.
The aging story.
Oh, the aging story. Yeah, I got that one here. Where the hell did it go? Oh, I hate that. Oh, my God, it's a great story.
You're so close.
All right, wait a minute. No, I didn't chuck it. I couldn't have chucked it.
It basically decides how long we can live.
Yeah, they did a study, and, I'll
just
remember.
Put them in order. And you wouldn't have to have
I had it here, and now I don't know where the hell the damn thing went.
Of stories.
It's incredible because I don't have any other. I can't be missing. It can't be gone. Oh, here it is. No, that's not it either. I don't believe. Wait a minute. Here we go. Here we go.
We'll be dead.
Here we go. I got it right here. I got it right here. A new study. They tried to find out about how long you can live. The oldest person in the world on record made it to 122. Study researchers at an Institute of Science and Technology checked what are called somatic mutations. Those are changes in your DNA that accumulate in your cells over a lifetime, and they can damage the cells and interfere with how they function. So the scientists wanted to do some tests on these mutations to see if they could avoid them. They built a model and switched off all the reversible hallmarks of aging and then left the somatic mutations on their own untouched to see how long humans could theoretically live if the genetic errors were the only thing standing in their way. The verdict: the researchers found they would still cap the median human lifespan between 146 and 194 years. However, organs like the liver and the skin constantly, and by the way, the skin is your biggest organ. The skin is an organ. It's the biggest organ in your body. The liver and your skin constantly replace old cells, effectively wiping out the changes. Without any other aging factors at play, the model suggests that maintaining normal function for the liver and your skin could go for thousands of years.
Not my liver. It's still recovering from
the
first 40.
And by the way, that guy whose his name is Brian Johnson, he's spending millions of dollars every year trying to slow the aging process. Have you seen the story about this guy?
Yeah,
they say that you can't outrun death, man.
He's sick. He's got some kind of
he just came out with
autoimmune thing.
Yeah, but he's messing himself up.
To his credit, he's going to try and find the cure.
Yeah. So. Well, good for him. You know, we need people like that. He's, you know, maybe he's the medical Elon Musk or something at some point. You know, you never know. By the way, the people are living longer than ever. The average life expectancy in America is 79. But that is not around the world. The average in comparable countries is 83.
Well, our infant mortality rate is way too high here in this country.
Yeah, and it's just disgustingly high. Way higher than it should be for a civilized nation, anyway. Well, I'll be damned. Well, there you go. Oh, mercy. All right. You know what? Let's play that silly James Carville thing again here, Flounder. You want to? Again, this even James Carville is finally telling you idiot Democrats, stop being so stupid. James Carville, if you will, here for about a minute. James.
I'm going to read something to you, and I'm going to tell you why this is typical. A progressive House candidate who served in a battleground district in Michigan
What's he saying?
Democratic Party officials once said black U.S. political leaders are a pillar of the capitalist and imperialist American establishment. Yeah,
I don't know.
Jim Carville is part of that. Yeah, you're right. That's exactly who Martin Luther King was. Yeah, you're right. That's who John Lewis was. And these people are paternalistic, and it's a bunch of overeducated little white turds who think they know more than other people know, and they know what's wrong. And they're going to go and then you got, they're talking about indicting Netanyahu. And the problem is you have a candidate, a DSA candidate in New York saying we should be against interracial dating. Let me tell you something. These people, and these are to all my black friends and people like me,
both of them,
they think they know more than you do. They think their history is more glorious than yours. They think that Lenin was a more glorious human being than Martin Luther King or Frederick Douglass. That's what they really think. And if you know that, you don't know your history. And you should view these people with extreme skepticism because they think they know their history. This don't know what he's talking about.
James Carville. And by the way, Carville said the Democrats need to pass a voter ID bill. He said everybody in America wants it. You got to pass something. Yeah. He doesn't want to do the version to do, but he says pass something. Stop this. You're being idiots. And he's right. I mean, but even he's trying to see make him to see the light. And I say let him keep talking. Every time these socialists come up, they have more of these screwy ideas. And the guy in New York, I mean, all of it is just showing what the party's splitting apart. Anyway, hold on, boy. We have another Flounders Funny here. One more shot before we go.
You can tell from the grill that George really didn't have a lot of help with this thing. He just walked into an appliance factory. I got an idea for a grill. We're going to put it on an angle. Let's go. And nobody helped him. They're like, all right. Nobody stood up. I was like, hey, George, how about an on and off switch?
George Foreman grill.
No on and off switch. You plug it in and it's on. And when you unplug it, make it take a couple hours to cool down, all right? Just put it on an angle. That's all we need to think about. No one stood up. Well, what about a thermostat, George, with like a range of different temperatures for different foods? No, one temperature is all you're going to need at this grill. 550 degrees. And make it hot on the outside, too. Put it on an angle. Let's go.
Grease slides right out.
Legal stuff. Hey, George, what about making a walking hinge so they can safely rest their food and take it out without hurting themselves? Now, make it like a rat trap. Just put it on an angle. Just make sure it's on an angle.
That hot grease come flying out of there. Anyway, boys, have a great weekend. Best to Nola Bell and Mrs. Veronica. And in the meantime, God bless America. Semper Fi. Christine, sing me home, baby. I got to go. You're killing me. Look out. See you tomorrow, stable horse and kitties. Look out.
Streaming across Georgia on the Extra 106.3 app. This is WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. Extra 106.3.
Sarah, Fox News. President Trump with the comments in the Oval Office this afternoon as he considers a large-scale attack on Iran.